to the 2021 Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis Awards Ceremony. We are so excited for you to join us. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Travis Suit, founder and executive director of Piper's Angels Foundation, and I am here with two amazing individuals.
Ayana Sugarman, Director of Operations.
And Tatiana Timms, Development Director.
We have a wonderful lineup for you tonight. We have some competitive awards, we have some specialty awards, but more than anything, we're going to have a lot of fun. We've never done this before, so take it with a grain of salt and some tequila, and we will all enjoy this ride together. So we want to welcome next our president of the board, Paul Smolchek, and David Scrolla of the David Scrolla Gallery. They're going to come on and talk about a couple very special auction items we have tonight that we are going to be auctioning off and give you the rundown of how you can have a shot at those. Come on aboard, Paul and David.
Thank you, Ayana. Appreciate it. As Travis said, my name's Paul Smolchek. I'm the president of the Piper's Angels Foundation Board, and
David Scrolla Photography and Gallery. This is really exciting.
David is responsible for the lovely place we have here. I wanted to talk to you real quick about two items that we're going to have on the live auction tonight. I also wanted to say thank you very much for everybody out there that's following along with us on the YouTube page, the Piper's Angels Foundation YouTube page. That is going to be your bidding mechanism for tonight. So the live auctions that we're going to tell you about right now, if you want to bid on the live auctions, we are actually taking bids from anybody that yells them out in the room. Anybody want to yell? No? All right. Well, okay, we'll get that in a minute. Or if you're following along, my lovely daughter Olivia is over there. Post up in the comments page which item you want to bid on and then what your bid is. We have two items in the back. I'm going to tell you about them in a minute. But you're going to bid through the comment section. Tell us what you're going to bid on and then how much your bid is. David, you want to get the first item? All right, so the first item, which I'm really excited about, and I am going to bid on, so you're going to have to outbid me, is a one-of-one autographed Jimmy Buffett signed guitar. The guitar actually says on it, "Fins up, keep paddling out, Jimmy Buffett." Super excited about this. If you don't know, Jimmy Buffett's actually one of our top advisors to the Piper's Angels Foundation Board of Directors. So we are very excited about having this item. They have always been an amazing supporter of ours and super excited to have Jimmy on as one of our advisors and his support for the crossing itself. Bidding on this item is going to start at $500. So, David, you want to go ahead and get the other item?
Yeah, but you're taking all my lines away from
I'm taking all. I'm sorry, I'm taking.
Save something
All
for
right,
me, buddy.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to give the mic to David and let him talk about the picture, and I'm going to hold his picture. Here.
Come on, Heidi. All right, thank you. It's a 40-inch by 60-inch gallery-wrapped canvas print, 1.5-inch wood frame. I call it Sea Grapes at Sunrise. It's been a top seller and a fan favorite for a long time, taken here in Juno Beach, Florida. Bidding also starts at $500. Happy to donate this to Piper's Angels Foundation and Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis.
And I will actually tell you that I have this exact picture in the metal frame on my wall in my house. So, David, what does the bidding start at?
I just told you.
Oh,
$500. And that's why he's not bidding on this one tonight, because he already has it hanging in his office.
Okay, fantastic. So as I said before, post up in the comments on the YouTube page if you would like to bid on either of those two items. Both items bidding start at $500. Have fun bidding and hope to see you winning it at the end of the night.
$500 for the guitar.
We have an opening bid of $500 for the guitar. I'm turning it back over to Travis.
$1,100.
Oh, you missed it.
What?
$1,000.
Oh, well.
Did we just get 1,000? Who's 1,000?
$1,000.
Woo! All right,
so
everyone out there.
Wow.
1,001 is next.
The bidding is on, so this bidding is going to continue towards the end of the night. Up next, we have a very special moment. We'd like to invite everybody to take a moment of silence in honor of two CF warriors who we'd like to recognize who passed this last year. This is our call to the heart, our memorial dedication for Jack and Danielle, two young CF warriors who passed, and they both were incredibly inspiring people who we got to know through the Piper's Angels Foundation. We got to know their families. Danielle was at the beach landing in 2019, and we got to have a very special moment with Jack for his 13th birthday. And the two quotes below there, they say, "Smile with grace." And the reason that's up there is because at Danielle's funeral, everybody talked about how much she smiled and how no matter where she was in the hospital or toting around her oxygen tank, she always smiled with grace. And she smiled not for herself, but she smiled to give others strength. And so that line, smile with grace, we carry with us as a mantra. And the same with Jack. He used to tell his mom when they were going through some really hard times, and Jack passed away at 13 years old at a very young age, and he went through a lot. But he used to tell his mom, let's talk about the good things. And that was his way of just grounding her in the things that really were special in those moments. So let's just take a moment of silence and hold and keep them in our thoughts and prayers and the families of all of our CF warriors out there fighting. Thank you. Thank you for sincerely considering that and them in your hearts and prayers. And, you know, it's a tough balance in the CF community between the pain, the challenges, and the suffering, and the wisdom and the things that we take and learn. And that's what this grassroots organization is about. It's about sharing the inspiration. That's why we say inspire every breath. And this next part of the evening is we're gonna crank it up a notch. We're going to invite in all of our leadership team to come up here. You know, this event, The Crossing, this foundation is built by a community, and we have so many people who make it happen. So they're all going to come up right now, and we're going to do a cheers and a toast to every one of you out there who has made a donation, who has stepped up in some way to help us build this organization into one of the most impactful grassroots organizations in the country for cystic fibrosis. And standing here with me now are the angels among us that step up in such a big way, are part of the leadership team.
Come on up here, guys.
And we're going to do a little toast. This is our Celsius Land Shark Dixie Vodka toast. So if you're at home and you're sharing a toast with us right now, we ask you to lift your glasses, lift your cups. And this one is for the CF community and all those warriors fighting out there. And this one is for all of those parents, CF parents and families who stand by our loved ones in the hospitals every year. And this one's for you. So cheers.
Wings up, everybody! Woo!
Yeah. Let me crack this sucker open. Hold on. There we go. All right. Now, this next portion of tonight's ceremony are just some special acknowledgements. So hang in there with us. We're going to get to all the exciting awards, but first we want to make sure each and every one of you and each and every one of our partners and sponsors gets the love that they deserve. And I'll just start by saying, you know, I want to give some special acknowledgements to my family. So my parents, who have been there every step of the way through thick and thin with me over the years, they were my biggest cheerleaders. And my entire family, my sister Nikki, my sister Leanne, my brother-in-law, my brother, everybody who has been in my corner, who has fought through thick and thin, thank you so much, and thank you for being there for Piper. And for Piper, my guiding light and inspiration, you just give me so much love, you give me so much joy, and I'm honored to be your father, and I'm honored to just keep protecting you and lifting you up and empowering you to be the greatest version of you that you can be.
I just want to thank my friends and family back home in California. This is why I'm here, 2,700 miles away, because this amazing community, my family, each and every one of you are my family. And it's very rare that you get to wake up every morning and go to work and know you're going to go work with the people you love the most and be driven by a passion so deep that it supersedes sleep, social life, anything. It just drives you because there's a big why out there that fuels all of us. So I feel so honored and proud to be part of this family and community.
I want to thank my family, especially my Tim side of the family. First and foremost, my own family, but the Tims are why I'm here. Married into a CF family, and I've been the CF advocate since for over 10 years now, and I'm just so thankful for the Piper's Angels community because this is what it's all about, and you won't find this anywhere else. I've had a lot of jobs, and this is the best one I've had thus far. But no, truly, I love you guys all so much. Thank you so much for everything you do. You guys are an inspiration to us. The CF Warriors are an inspiration to us. I am just so, so beyond proud and in bliss, so thank you all so much.
My name is Josh Ferris. I think you can see from everyone who spoke that this foundation was built off a base of love, so it's an honor to be a part of it. I was lucky enough to paddle in 2017 and 2018 and be a part of a safety crew in 2019 and 2021. So I'd just like to give a special thank you to everyone here and everyone who's not here. One from our medical staff that we had this year. We were lucky enough to have a great medical team. Karen, Jafet, Samantha, Erica, Sean, and Drew were on all of our safety boats this year. I want to give a special thank you to you guys. Captain Kyle Shea, who has been with us every year since 2017. Thank you so much, Kyle. You've been a huge part of the success to this. Captain Chris Molinaro, who's also a returning captain. Captain Scott DeHoogie, also a returning captain. They come back every year to help keep this event safe. Some new captains this year. Captain Tony Brazzali, who's here tonight. Thank you, Tony. Captain Rich Klein, who I think should be watching tonight. Thank you so much, Rich, and all of the crew that went along with their boats. And thank you, Captain Paul Smolchek, for being with us every step of the way, and the Admiral Sean Dunleavy. Thank you very much. We couldn't do it without them. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Heidi Kay, the volunteer coordinator and 3-time Crossing Crusader. And I would like to take this opportunity to give a huge shout out to all of the volunteers, to our Army of Angels, because that's how Piper's Angels Foundation exists, because of everybody's passion. Tonight I would especially like to give a special shout out to Denise Timms for being an incredible volunteer coordinator for the beach landing, as well as a CF mama. She supports us all, and we're really honored to have her as part of our team. We always say it takes teamwork to make the dream work. And at Piper's Angels, without our Army of Angels, we would not exist. So thank you all, every single person who has volunteered, whether a moment or whether 80 miles across the ocean. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Woo!
Hi, I'm Vanessa, Director of Sustainability for Piper's Angels. I wanted to take this moment to thank the team that helped me make an incredible water quality workshop and beach cleanup happen over in Bimini. I mean, 4Ocean, our sponsor, they were awesome, but we'll talk about them more later. I really want to call out and say thank you to our team at Waterkeepers Alliance over in Bimini and Save the Bays, Rashima, Andy, Leah, Joseph, and the entire team. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I dodged this thing long enough. My name is Sean. My name is Sean Dunleavy. I've been the Director of Logistics and Communication with the Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis since 2017. Travis dubbed me the Admiral of the Fleet shortly after that, for reasons that are still a mystery to me. But first off, to my wife Monique and our daughter Emily, I love you guys. You are my reason and my rock. To the people that make this event possible, you see a lot of things happen in front, and it's all the result of hard work. People like Paul Smolchek, he's not just the president of the board, he's also one of the hardest working people you ever meet. Josh Ferris already spoke, but he does a lot of other behind the scenes things that you'll never know about. The rest of our team, like Giovanna Shaw, Chris Lafort, Buzz Rocher, and Katie Roundtree, there are so many people that step up to this event every year and make it possible. And this year had more challenges than we'll ever be able to talk about, but it also raised this event to a level that we've never seen before and that we're unbelievably proud of. So thank you to everyone that made that possible. Your turn.
What's up, guys? My name's Ryan Burgess. I am your Director of Mentorship. I am a 3-time crosser and have been the director since 2019. I just want to take a special thanks to my paddlers and to me, that is the biggest reward, is watching their grow from the beginning of training in January and watching them cross the ocean. So huge congrats to all of my paddlers out there, and much respect for you guys. Also wanted to thank, of course, my family and my friends. I couldn't do it without you guys, and my sponsors, Ocean Magic, Jordan and Flip over there at Ocean Magic Surf Shop up here in Jupiter. Kyle with Celsius, thank you very much. Truly been an honor riding for Celsius as an athlete this year. And Heath Bogart for my paddles, thank you very much. And John with Flying Fish. So just want to give you guys a huge shout out. I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you.
I'm Gary Allen. I'm the assistant director to the beach landing, and the director couldn't make it tonight. So the key to the beach landing is, of course, being organized, but is the volunteers. And we can't all cross the ocean, but we can all help. And for the people that cross the ocean, we've got crazy respect, and we love to be able to put on the event on the beach. So thank you to everybody who steps up and helps.
Hi, I'm Olivia Bishop. I was in charge of all public relations media outreach this year. I just want to give a special thanks to all of our media partners who covered the crossing, and that includes Jay Cashmere of WPTV, Channel 5, producer Haley and anchor Ashley Glass of WPEC CBS 12, Kevin Kaminsky of Lifestyle Media Group, who included the crossing as the #1 thing to do in South Florida this summer in all 8 editions of the magazine, Evelyn of Stand Up Journal, photographer Thomas Cordy of Palm Beach Post, who took amazing photos at the event, Palm Beach Illustrated, and Jupiter Magazine. Thank you.
Hey, everybody. As Travis mentioned, my name is Paul Smolchek. I'm the president of the Piper's Angels Foundation Board. And the first thing I will tell you is it is thoroughly impossible for me to tell you how this event and this foundation has impacted my life in 30 seconds or less. So what I'll say is there's a saying that says you make a living by what you get, but you make a life by what you give. And when I found this foundation in 2017, I had no idea the impact that it would have on my life. I paddled in 2018. I became a board member in 2019. Paddled again solo in 2019. Then obviously 2020 we took a respite and came back this year as staff and volunteered. And I can tell you without a doubt that working on staff on the backroom operational side was 10 times more intense than what I could ever imagine that they did for us. So I first want to say thank you to everyone in the room, Ayana, Tatiana, the operational team, Gary and Jen, the people who make this event happen from not only the launch, but then also from the landing back in Lake Worth. We cannot do this without our army of volunteers and the people that do all of the work behind the scenes. I hate to say that the easier part is paddling, but having done both now, I will tell you that the easier part is paddling. Now, some people might disagree with me, but the easier part is paddling. I also want to thank, we have a tremendous advisory board that works with us in offering up ideas. In 2020, we actually injected a huge influx of outside benefit to our board. We had 6 board members. We added another 6 board members in 2020 to 12 total board members. And what that brought with us was such a fresh approach to what we were doing and a lot of out-of-the-box thinking and exposure to a lot of different things that we hadn't even thought about. And it's just the very nature as you evolve as a board and you bring on new people and you start experiencing new things and you start growing in a lot of ways that you didn't think were possible. So I want to thank our advisory board. I want to thank the board of directors and those that actually support us and support the event and support this crazy idea of paddling across the ocean. Which brings me to the last person I want to thank is I want to thank Travis, because in 2013 he came up with this idea, and I do believe the story goes that your parents looked at you and said, no freaking way, you're not doing that. And he did it anyway. And then in 2017 formalized what we now know as the Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis. And I believe if we are not over, we are very, very close to $2 million in total fundraising in that period of time. And that money, it's a nonprofit exists to help the community, and a nonprofit whose sole purpose is to write checks and give money out is not a sustainable idea. A nonprofit that exists to empower that community and place in them that sense of worth and that sense of value is a nonprofit that's going to stand the test of time. And that's what I would tell you the impact is that Travis has created. This is not about collecting money and passing it out in one door and out the other. This is about empowering a community and showing them how much love and support. And I say this phrase almost on a daily basis now, but I heard it from Travis over 2 years ago. The most important thing you can do for somebody to show them that you love and care about them is to show up. And this group of people in this room right now and the people that are standing behind me are the people that have continued to show up. And the community out there donating has continued to show up. And the people that support us and the paddlers, almost 400 paddlers or over 400 paddlers that have crossed the ocean now, have continued to show up. So from me representing the board, from Travis, from everybody standing here, from everybody that talked, thank you very much for your support.
Woo! A lot of gratitude and a lot of love there. Hey, everybody in the room, everybody out there, I just want to give a round of applause to our leadership team. And to end on that note of gratitude, I want to say thank you to my partner, Danny, for being right by my side through all this. Such a huge, huge part of my life and what my life has become. And the final thank you I want to give are to these two ladies right here who stand on my left and right, because, you know, my job is to lead. But my job involves a lot of talking to people and with people, and it's a people thing. But behind the scenes, there's so much more going on. And while I'm talking to people and we're, you know, creating that social movement through that vehicle of community, behind the scenes, Ayana and Tatiana are working tirelessly. And when we say we're a CF family fighting for CF families, we mean all of us and all of you. And believe me, we work 24/7 to make this happen and to create this impact. So thank you, Ayana, for being the most incredible that anybody could ever have, standing by me. And Tatiana, thank you. Thank you so much. Without them, this wouldn't exist and wouldn't happen. So from here, we're going to roll into some special thanks beyond these acknowledgements. So we're going to kick it to our first special thanks, which is to Bimini, Bahamas. And Ayana is going to take it from here.
I'm actually going to preface that a little bit beforehand, because we went from a leadership team to the Bahamas, but there's a huge component in between that. And we've talked about volunteers, but the production in Bimini, Bahamas would not happen without our core team. And this year was the first time ever that we produced an event, not on one, but 2 islands in an international country. And a lot of logistics and operational elements were challenging, and these people who jumped in and say, oh, I'll volunteer for the Bahamas, had no idea what they were getting into. I didn't even know what this year was going to bring. And every single one of them showed up with, I got you. What next? What's the solution? What can I do? And when I say from morning to night, I mean from like morning to 3 o'clock in the morning, you guys. Barely any sleep. Not getting a lot of meals, making things happen. So I want to give a special a direct thank you to every one of my core team members. Fred and Colleen Sugarman, Luis and Mark, Paige, Lino, Katya, Teresa, Kirsten, Zoe, Travis Joseph, Emily, Corrine, Matt Lilly, Derek, and Casey Scott. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being my rocks and being by my side and making this event this year happen. It would not have happened without you guys, so thank you.
Woo!
Some of you are here, so I thank you. On the flip side of that, this would not happen with some strategic partners and really big allies in the Bahamas. And to produce an event internationally takes so many logistics that you cannot predict. And the only way this happened this year was because these people in the Bahamas have so much heart and are so kind and believe in us and what we're doing that they bent over backwards, bent some rules, to make customs happen, us getting our shipping containers, to transportation, to the list could go on. So I would like to thank the Ministry of Finance, Mr. Talman Bryce. I would like to thank the Ministry of Tourism and Aviation, Mr. Clarence Roll, the General Manager of Film Commission, Jason Springer, Ministry of Tourism Coordinator. You, my sir, were magical this week. You guys, he even showed up at the beach launch and handed out vests to be there by our side. Mr. Alan Smith, our Senior Immigration Officer, we know you did a lot of work for us to make sure our paddlers and captains got in. Thank you, thank you. Mr. Perry Ferguson, the Senior Customs Officer, you shine bright and you made it happen so we could get all our gear and our stuff in time for the event with 1 day to produce two islands, so thank you. Mr. George Weech Sr. and George Weech Jr. are Bimini Customs brokers for the last couple of years. You guys are rock stars. Ramirez, our on-island transportation coordinator who stepped over and above his job and made a lot of behind-the-scenes things happen for us, including shipping golf carts from North Island to South Island because we didn't have enough, which had never been done before. Our 2 venues, Bimini Big Game and Bimini Cove. And at Bimini Big Game, Beth Watson, Director of Revenue, Jerome Go, Revenue and Reservations Manager, Stephen Kapler, Managing Director. You, my sir, were a class act and stepped in and got your hands dirty when that's not your role. I thank you so much. Deandra Sweeting, General Manager, you killed it for us. And Robbie Smith, the Dock Master at BBG, who helped all of our captains navigate their spaces and keep our boats safe. At Bimini Cove, Jonisha and Shelley, a.k.a. Queens of the Cove, thank you for being mama bears and taking care of all of us. Travon, a.k.a. Wanipu, the number one ferry operator who went above and beyond normal operating hours to make sure there was not a single paddler, captain, or crew member stranded on either island and they could get home every night this past week. Jerome Dean, manager of Thirsty Turtle. Good Lord, man, you stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning with a lot of our crew. Not quite eating, but definitely drinking. And that is it. Bahamas, my Bahama family, our Bahama family, we couldn't do this without you. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You guys are the superstars. Thank you for giving your home to the Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis to be our home. We'll see you in 2022.
Yeah, girl.
All right, and up next, our special thanks. We have here our home base at the beach landing in Florida, in Palm Beach County, the one and only, the city of Lake Worth Beach, Florida. All right, now you guys have known over the last few years that this event has evolved from literally just landing on a random beach in Dania Beach to trying to find the perfect location. And I have to say, the city of Lake Worth Beach has been open arms and supported us every step of the way, has come in big and strong on every level of support as one of the sponsors of this event. And there's no way we could give them enough love to talk about everything that they have done. But there are a few people that we absolutely want to make sure we give some special thanks to. And Ayana, take it away.
Lauren and Emmerich Jancombe, Leisure Services Department. When COVID hit and we were told no special events could happen on Lake Worth Beach, we found a way. We developed a COVID mitigation plan together. We pushed it, and we got an approval when not a single other event was going to be approved. And that was because of you guys. So you made 2021 happen here in Lake Worth. Thank you. Matt Botts, Captain of Ocean Rescue, and Doug Yoakum, Aquatics Director, who year after year have our back and are the whole reason why we're able to have the logistics and production that we do on the beach, including like jet ride and all the boats coming in and safety. You guys are amazing. You're our brothers. You're our family. Thank you, thank you, thank you for always believing in what we do and supporting us. And this year, our special guest, and I know she's going to be back because we felt the love, we got the hugs, Chief Geraldine from Palm Beach Fire Rescue, thank you for showing up. I'm so excited about the plans for next year. And thank you, City of Lake Worth. You guys have been amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you haven't visited the Lake Worth Pier, it's an incredible venue down there. And this year was the most spectacular beach landing we've had. We really couldn't promote the event and get as many people out because of the COVID restrictions. However, next year and the future years, we invite you to come out, support the Crossing Crusaders that are coming in, support the sponsors, support the City of Lake Worth Beach, and make it just as spectacular for the future as it was this year.
Awesome.
Yeah, so thank you.
Next up.
Next up, we've got Miss Vanessa, Director of Sustainability, coming on the mic for who?
Hi again. Hi again, guys. I'm Vanessa, Director of Sustainability. I am here to say thank you, special thank you to our amazing sponsors, 4Ocean. 4Ocean Captain Virginia and founder Alex are here. Can I invite them up?
Yeah, bring them on up.
You guys want to
Come
up?
on up.
You don't have to say anything. I'm just going to say nice things about you guys while you smile. I mean, I can't say enough good things about 4Ocean. You know, like, it's a blessing for us that you guys are here in Palm Beach County, like, and willing to help us out. The beach cleanup, you came in, you rolled with the punches, you really showed up. It was an amazing event. We picked up more than half a ton of trash. That was incredible. Yeah, you guys are real team players. We really appreciate you. We love that you're here. Thank you for being here. And let's give them a huge round of applause, guys.
You want to say anything, Alex? No, I honestly just want to say a huge thank you to you guys. You guys have done such an amazing job, and we are stoked to be there, be a part of it. The beach cleanup was great, the event, and then being able to participate overall in the crossing, just dream come true. So amazing job to everybody, seriously. Thank you guys.
We love you guys.
Thank you guys. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
You know, we met these guys at Surf Expo, what was it, 2 years ago?
3 now.
3? We had, when we met them, it was like soulmate family on the same page. We're so stoked to be working together, to do something together, and then COVID hit and got delayed. But in 2019, Alex showed up just to come witness the event, and he ended up being the rescue boat for our drifters. Do you remember this, Alex? At the end of the event, we had some people who couldn't get back home to mainland, and Alex was like, throw them on my boat. And so he had a few extra paddlers, and we thank you for always showing up and being there for us. It's been family ever since.
Yeah. And now, up next, we're going to roll into some very special sponsor videos. So let's kick those off right now. Woo!
My name is Alex Schultz, co-founder and CEO at 4Ocean. I'm with the team 4Ocean. Here with Piper's Angels Foundation. I'm here because I think it's an amazing organization. I'm stoked to help create awareness and help improve the lives of individuals with cystic fibrosis, and fired up to do the crossing.
Hey guys, on behalf of Celsius, we just want to express gratitude for the opportunity and allowing us to participate in this year's Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis. We can't thank the Piper's Angel Foundation enough for the wonderful event, and we look forward to many more. Here's to 2022.
Cheers!
Cheers! Thank you guys. Love you.
Hey, it's Vati with Dixie Vodka. Just want to congratulate everyone who participated in this year's crossing. Another great event, and we're proud to be sponsors and look forward to coming back again next year as a sponsor and making it even better. Thanks.
Hi, I'm DJ Barker, working with Hensler Financial, a sponsor of Piper's Angels Foundation and Crossing for a Cure, and this is awesome. The torture, the excitement, the pain, I love it. Can't wait to be here next year.
Hey everybody. Thank you all for joining our journey. I represent Team Yacht Sales International. I couldn't have done it without my team. Tim, Peter, Fabi, myself, we loved every minute of everything we did. And that was a crazy day on the ocean. And it's been an incredible journey all the way through. We loved fundraising. We loved everything about doing everything we did for this foundation. And it's time to do it again. Let's plan 2022.
Hey, I'm Eddie with Buoy Hydration. We're so happy to be an official sponsor of Piper's this year. And of all the partners we work with and donate to, the Pipers team really feels like a family to us. We're bummed that we couldn't be at the crossing this year. We hope you guys stayed hydrated with clean, efficient hydration, and we'll see you all next year.
Hey everybody, Justin Hoyserad here from Vinyasa Solar Energy. And I just want to say thank you so much for letting us sponsor this year's Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis. And we are excited about all the money that was raised for Piper's Angels Foundation. And speaking of energy, what a great event this last weekend at Lake Worth Beach. And we can't wait until next year. Thank you so much and keep on paddling.
Hi, I'm Amy Tucker, owner of Salty Britches. We are so honored to be playing a small role in Piper's Angels Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis. You guys are total rock stars. You blow through human potential. It's so amazing to see, and we're so glad we could contribute to fundraising for Piper's Angels. We'll see you guys soon.
This is Carolyn with Atlas Tracks. I've been a part of the Crossing family since 2017. I provide the GPS tracking for all the support boats. We started with 11 boats and 26 paddlers in 2017 and moved on to 200 paddlers and 80 support boats. I'm very, very proud to be able to be the crossing guard for this event and keep everybody safe when they're traveling from Bimini over to Lake Worth. Congratulations everybody for a successful 2021.
Hey guys, it's Evelyn from Stand Up Journal. Just wanted to say a big congratulations for another successful event. An amazing day, 140 paddlers paddling 80 miles to raise money for cystic fibrosis. It is an honor and a privilege for Stand Up Journal to be a part of that with you. Love you guys so much. See you next year.
Hey guys, I'm Matt with Florida Locals. We're here supporting the event. We've been supporting for the last 3 years, and this is our wakeboarder, Derek LeBlanc. He's going to be the first wakeboarder to ever cross the Gulf Stream.
Heck yeah, guys, getting up super early, really excited about this. It's first definitely for me, and I can't wait to support this amazing cause and get after it.
Hi, I'm Carrie Bertram with Garden of Life, a health and wellness company based in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. This was our first year partnering with the Piper's Angels Foundation, and we are so excited to have provided and fueled the athletes with clean, healthy, organic products. And we look forward to continuing to build and grow the relationship with the Piper's Angels Foundation in support of their mission in the local community and beyond, in bringing awareness and supporting the cystic fibrosis community. Thank you so much.
Hi, we're Illusion Software. We helped with the real-time map for Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis.
Yeah, we had a fantastic time working with Piper's Angels. It's an honor to work with such an impactful organization, and it was a challenging project, and we had a great time.
Hey guys, thank you so much for following along back home. Truly appreciate it. We are so excited about how the auction's going and how the awards show in whole is going. So I wanted to give you a quick update. Again, if you are just tuning in, we have 2 live auction items that we are doing. One is a David Scarola original picture, and one is a David Scarola original print. David, what's the size on that again? 48 by 60? 40 by 60 print that David has. It's Sea Grapes at Sunrise. And the other one is an autographed Jimmy Buffett guitar from our advisory board member, Jimmy Buffett, that says, "Fins up, keep paddling out, Jimmy Buffett." We are super excited about both of these items. Just wanted to give you a quick update. If you are following along at home, you can bid on these items by going down into the comments section on the YouTube page for Piper's Angels Foundation. And my beautiful daughter, Olivia, over here is tracking the auction. Olivia, where are we at on the picture? 1.3. We are at $1,300 so far on the picture is the current winning bid. So you can bid in $50 increments. Olivia, where are we at on the guitar? $2,100 on the guitar. So if you want to bid in $50 increments, throw it into the comments section or yell it out if you are in the room, and my daughter Olivia will annotate it down. So just wanted to give you a quick update. Thank you very much for following along at home.
Here we go. All right.
No, you don't need this.
Oh, yeah,
Just
I
you.
was going to hand it. All right. We're back.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Is everybody having fun out there? Woo! Yeah. All right. So we're going to jump right into the competitive awards now. So we've got coming up next a SUP Relay 2-person award. So this is a two-person relay from the Bahamas to Florida, following the competitive rules. I got to tell everybody out there right now, if you're tuning in, if you didn't already hear from a friend or a family, or if you didn't come out to the beach landing, this was the roughest year we've ever had with the crossing. The conditions were very challenging, definitely high-level intermediate to advanced conditions. The wind picked up. There were definitely 3 to 5 foot swells. Some say bigger in the Gulf Stream, but it was really challenging. So for every single paddler who made this paddle, whether they paddled 1 mile, 50 miles, or 80 miles, we've got to give it to them, because I'll tell you what, just shoving off the beach in the dark is really intimidating, and it's a huge commitment. It takes a lot of courage, and I'm just so proud of everybody. So,
Travis, what's the one thing you always said? It's not about winning, it's about showing up. So I know a lot of people this year feel deflated and heartbroken they didn't get to complete, but you completed it and you won it the moment you signed up for it and you showed up in Bimini. So we thank you, and that's what matters.
absolutely. And the finish line and the podiums that we have at the beach landing, they're not for winners. They are for committers. They're for people who show up, who have the daring and the courage to even just attempt to go for this. And I've paddled this event 5 times, and I've run into circumstances and had to get in the boat in different situations. And it's always heartbreaking to have to get in the boat if you weren't planning on it. But I can tell you that, you know, the inability to finish this event sometimes is what really, you know, gets that rocket of desire to go for actually coming back and making it happen. So up next, we've got 3rd place for the SUP Relay 2-person, and 3rd place goes to Heather Martin and Andrew Dickey with a time of 14 hours and 15 minutes and $500 for 3rd place. Yeah.
Thank you.
Can you give a shout out to anybody?
Yes, I wish my partner Drew was here, because he was so amazing and was so positive and happy and easygoing, and definitely would not be here without him, and my crew, my husband, Luke and Jenna, and all of you guys, because I know it was like a nightmare. There was so much that you had to deal with, so I really appreciate everything, and it was an awesome event, and I can't wait for next year. So thank you.
Welcome,
thank
and
you.
Congratulations. Yes. Awesome. And then you slide right out that way. And in 2nd place, 2-person relay, 2 gentlemen who have been in this event in the past, who are incredible athletes. You can see them there on the graphic. They just bring the biggest smiles, the biggest heart, and some of the biggest muscles. Todd Bourgeois and Brian Hill, with their finishing time, you can see it on screen there, 11 hours, 4 minutes, and 5 seconds, $1,000 prize to the 2 of them. They are not here tonight, but they will be receiving their awards soon.
That's
Thank
beast
you.
mode.
Total
That's
beast mode.
That's beast mode.
Those guys crush it. Now, if you really want to talk about beast mode, our next competitors, a 2-person relay from here in Palm Beach County in Jupiter, Florida. 1st place with a time of 11 hours, 1 minute, and 44 seconds, and $2,000 goes to Team Flying Fish, Kimberly Barnes and Stephen
Thank you, everybody. We'd like to quickly thank our sponsors, Seatronics. They came out, they set up some cameras. We were able to get nighttime footage, daytime footage, maybe of us falling in a little. And we also like to thank Radius Financial. They came, they handle all of our mortgages, actually, both of our mortgages. We'd also like to thank Flying Fish for putting the best boards under our feet. Blue Line is a local sponsor here in local paddle shop in Jupiter. And they've, by far, since we both have started paddling, they've always had our backs. So thank you so much to Blue Line. I'd also quickly like to thank my husband, who has put up with me trying to paddle at all hours, whether it's early in the morning or late at night, because of working and having to transport our kids around, and he's been a huge support, so thank you to him.
Real quick, happy birthday to my wife, Michelle. Thanks for putting up with me paddling. Got to thank Captain Rick Cavell, the best captain. You're 2 for 2, buddy. Thank you so much. We had a fantastic crew this year. Allison, Chris, you guys. I mean, NASCAR pit crews have nothing on you guys. So
And I just have a question. So, you know, you guys are one of the fastest across the ocean now, multiple years. So what are just a couple keys to your success?
The biggest key is this person right here, because she is an absolute badass on the water, and just watching her float over those 3 to 5 foot waves was absolutely incredible. Sorry about that. We had just a great crew. Our crew definitely was key to us, and you just put in the hours on the board, and you just learn. And we just want to thank all of you guys for everything that you've done. This is a great organization, and we love being here. We'll be here again next year. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
All right, now we're going to roll into the SUP 4-person relay. So this is 4 people taking turns paddling from the Bahamas, from Bimini, all the way back to the city of Lake Worth Beach. And we had several teams in the event. Only 2 teams completed the journey across under the competitive guidelines. And in second place, it goes to, with a finishing time of 14 hours and 41 minutes and 3 seconds, with a prize of $4,000, David Capaldi, Scott Geltman, Joseph Lawless, and Peter Wells. Yeah, come on in.
Thanks, Travis. This is awesome. This is our second year that we've been doing this, and we really appreciate the support that we've got from all the people that contributed to us. That's what's really amazing. We do want to start off to say that we want to donate our $4,000 back to our team. That'll take us over $10,000, so that's great. That's awesome. Scott and I want to thank those team members, David and Joe, that aren't here. This is Team Loggerhead Lawless, and we really appreciate all the work that they did. We're sorry they can't be here. We want to thank our crew, David Greaves, and most especially our captain, Jeff Ingman. It's awesome what he did. He also helped out with some medical issues over at Bimini too. So we also want to thank our families. They had many sleepless nights before and during the event. So thank you all for putting up with us, and we appreciate everything that everybody's done for us. Thanks so much.
Thank you. It's really awesome to see the competitors and the paddlers that come back each year. Again, part of this is a race, yes, but it really started as a challenge. And I can tell you that, you know, when you do the crossing, it's not about thriving through 80 miles in the open ocean. It's about surviving. So it's really a big challenge. So the SUP 4-person relay team that was in first place with a time of 12 hours, 44 minutes, and 58 seconds, and $8,000 in cash is Michael Grinney, Michael Jones, Brian Scrone, and David Slimp, who are not here.
We love them anyway.
But we love them anyways.
Love you guys.
You're out there somewhere, and they look awesome on this shot of them slamming the beach bell. But thank you. And we're going to move on to the OC1 category. We had 3 incredible OC1 paddlers this year. You know, each category of the event every year shifts and changes and grows. We're really hoping to see the ocean outrigger canoe community really step up and be a bigger part of this event. And tied for first place, because they paddled together, they rallied together, with a finishing time of 12 hours and 9 minutes and 39 seconds, $3,000 in cash, with Puakea Designs, Jamie Ameglio, Sarah Craig, and April Zill. Welcome, guys. Oh, okay, they're not here, but they are out there in Cyberland, and if you're tuning in and watching, again, congratulations. We're so proud of you. Thank you for coming in. Big support. And I did hear from the OCs. I talked to April today. And compared to the stand-up paddlers, I got to say, the OCs had a pretty fun time paddling across the ocean in 4 to 5 foot seas. So, you know, maybe if you are considering paddling in OC1 or OC2, it might be worth it.
That might be my ticket.
That might be your ticket, yeah. All right, the next category is our stand-up paddle 14 women's division, and we award to the top 5 places. Now, this is paddling solo. So this is paddling nonstop from the Bahamas to Florida, possibly beach to beach, meaning they didn't get in a boat. They may have gotten in a boat if there was a reason they needed to make the adjustment, but we have those rules in place to make the modifications to their timing if they have to. And in 5th place, with a time of 17 hours and 30 minutes, $250 cash prize, we have the returning Jessica Sasser. 3-time returning Jessica Sasser.
Not only that, Jessica participates as part of our core volunteer committee when she's not on duty as a first responder. So we love you, Jessica. We wish you were here. Thank you for your service with Piper's Angels and outside of Piper's Angels.
Beautiful.
Go, girl.
And in fourth place with a time of 17 hours and 15 minutes with a cash prize of $500, Kayla Harper.
Here tonight?
No, she is not here tonight, but we want to give you love, Kayla. Thank you so much for
Way to
making
go,
that big
Kayla.
commitment and being out there and crushing it. Moving on to third place, who we do have here with us tonight with a time of 16 hours, 54 minutes, and 54 seconds with a $1,000 cash prize. Third place goes to Casey Prankin!
Congratulations. Thank you, Tatiana. This is so exciting. Thank you, Travis. I want to thank all my friends and family quickly for supporting me so much through all the training and the fundraising. Also, my husband, Chris Prankin, who encouraged me the whole way and didn't let me give up, didn't let me get back in the boat. My training partner, Brittany, you're awesome. My captain, Scott Ponder, and our crew, they were amazing. 5 kids on our boat. They put up with it the whole time. They were all incredible first mates. We brought, well, there might be a dog named Bimini somewhere. I don't know where Bimini is, but Bimini's a celebrity now. And also Captain Dale Wills with In the Bite. Go Team Inlet, beach to beach, baby.
Awesome. Congratulations, Casey. Up next, second place, we have with a finishing time of 15 hours, 42 minutes, and 12 seconds with a grand prize of $3,000. We have second place, Katie Roundtree. Multiple-time Crossing Crusader in the house, one of our mentorship program directors here as well.
Thank you so much. This is awesome and honestly very unexpected. At first I thought I was going to be recreational, so I just wanted to make it beach to beach, and getting second place is honestly unbelievable. There's a ton of people I want to thank, all of my family and friends, my husband, Buzz, my team, Josh. We had an amazing captain this year who took us on an awesome path. Thank you, Jack, and thank you to our crew member, Dan. We had a lot of difficulty finding a crew member, went through multiple people without even knowing us this year. The last week he signed up and helped us, and he was amazing. Thank you to all my family and friends who came from all over Florida, from Cincinnati, flying down for the beach landing, and everyone who donated. We were able to raise a good amount of money this year, so we're really proud of that. And lastly, thank you to everyone here. Being a part of this organization and spending more time volunteering this year, you really, really realize how much time and effort and energy goes into something like this. So it's totally different, kind of behind the scenes, and it's such an amazing event, and I'm honored to be a part of it, honored to win second place, and can't wait to do it again. So, yeah.
Thank you, Katie.
Katie, and not only was she part of the mentorship team, but she also stepped in to volunteer with the core logistics and communication team supporting our Admiral of the Fleet, Sean Dunleavy, both you and your husband Buzz, and we thank you because it was such a valuable position and it means a lot. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yep. And next, we have first place in the Sub-14 women's division with a finishing time, incredible finishing time, of 13 hours, 18 minutes, and 24 seconds, which is the fastest time across the ocean in the event, with a prize, a grand prize of $5,000. It goes to Casey Kiernan!
So this one is for all of the CF warriors that inspired my whole journey. And this one is for all the girls and all the women because we can. Yeah, we beat the boys. So I want to first thank my sponsors, Zap Skimboards and Twisted Tuna, for helping me through this journey, helping make it happen. I want to thank my captain, Tim Sargent, for making it an easy, stress-free, super fun event all around. He had me dancing and laughing the whole paddle. I want to thank my crew for supporting me, feeding me, making sure I'm laughing and smiling. I want to thank John Miskowskis for giving me the best board to put under my feet to conquer all those conditions, and for all my mentors with Flying Fish team. You all have helped build me to be the paddler that I am over the past year and a half, and I couldn't have done it without you all, and Ryan Burgess, because you have pushed me and I've pushed you, and I thank you for all of the training that we've done. You.
And a shout out as well, I forgot to mention as Katie rolled off, Katie recently completed her first Ironman, so we got an Iron Woman here with us tonight. And Casey is also a 2-time world champion skimboarder. So she's added another championship win to her list. Pretty impressive. We got some pretty strong warriors around here. But thank you so much, Casey. We really appreciate your commitment and everything you've done for the CF community.
Yeah, and thank you so much for everything that you've done for the CF community and to inspire me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Casey forgot to mention that she also is helping us behind the scenes until super late hours in the office with me. So I love you. Thank you. This is a team effort, you guys. These aren't just paddlers and captains. It's a one big family. We keep saying it. It's a family.
Love you.
All right. Up next, we got the men's category, SUP Solo 14 men's category. And in 5th place, with a time of 15 hours, 29 minutes, 35 seconds, cash prize of $250, we have Alex Somano. Ha! There he is. His smile coming across the finish line was just absolutely incredible. And his family on the podiums, they were all there. It was really a spectacular scene. So congratulations, Alex. What a stud of a paddler, and we hope to have you back. And in 4th place, with a finishing time of 13 hours, 47 minutes, and 22 seconds. And just to give you guys a heads up as we roll into this, 4th place, right after paddling 80 miles across the ocean, finished in 13 hours and 47 minutes. And 1st place finished in 13 hours and 28 minutes. So there was less than a 20-minute gap between those positions after paddling for 13 and a half hours. It was incredible to be at the beach landing and see them all come in. So in 4th place, with a $500 prize, with a multi-time returning Crusader since 2017, so 17, 18, 19, and 21, four-time Dylan Holmes! Congratulations, Dylan, if you're tuning in out there. So much support and love for you. Just amazing what you've done. You keep coming back, and very, very just quiet and humble, and it's incredible what you do. Moving on to 3rd place in the men's SUP 14s division with a time of 13 hours, 34 minutes, and 22 seconds with a cash prize of $1,000. And with probably one of the most dramatic finishes the crossing has ever seen, without a doubt. I'm sure there's video out there to prove it. Our very own director of mentorship, multi-time crossing crusader, Ryan Burgess!
Oh man, I love you guys. Mwah. Yes, I am so sorry for that dramatic ending. I am okay, and thank you so much for all the love and support and beautiful messages I've received over the past few days. It has truly been a blessing. First and foremost, Kathy and Renan Aponte. God, I love you guys so much. You guys put me on the best route. The energy, the love. I mean, Kathy was literally just shoving sandwiches in my mouth. And pull up to the boat, and here you go. She is such a blessing in both of them. So this one's for you guys. I love you guys so much. So, and to my competitors, man, it was a grueling crossing. And you all saw my finish. And so much love and respect for Dylan Holmes, Joe, and Josh. It was a battle right to the end. And, you know, this is so much love and respect for you guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Ryan! Woo! Woo! Up next, Sub 14 men's solo second place with a time of 13 hours, 31 minutes, and 43 seconds with a $3,000 cash prize. He is a champion in the CF community, the one and only with Aflo Vest, Joe McClung, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Joe, if you're out there watching, we love you so much. Thank you for your support of the Piper's Angels Foundation. He's been a big fundraiser, and what they do through Aflo Vest, creating mechanical vests that vibrate to help clear the mucus out of the lungs and airways of people with CF. Tremendous in terms of empowering and keeping the mental and health and well-being of our CF warriors alive and well. Thank you so much for the commitment, and thank you for everything that you do. Woo! All right, and now, here we go. In first place, with a time of 13 hours, 28 minutes, 55 seconds, with a cash prize of $5,000, and to a gentleman who through and through is just one of the most outstanding humans, hearts that you could know, four-time Crossing Crusader, multi-time top 5 finisher, and Iron Crusader, the one and only, the champion, Josh Lamphere! Yeah!
Wow. Wow. I'm filled with so much love and gratitude tonight. And I want to put my team on the spot. I want to invite James Brown, Talia Shizano, Olin Hirschberger, and Heather Jones up here real quick.
Bring it up! Hey, is he on camera?
Teamwork! Teamwork!
Get over here. Scoot on down.
First, I'm going to thank my crew real quick. Captain James Brown, First Mate Olin Hirschberger, they've been with me every year since 2017. They show up every year with more enthusiasm, more than I have. And, they get me across that ocean safely. Crew member Heather Jones, she's joined us in 2019 and 2021. Yeah, I mean, just a rock on the boat. My crew captain, the love of my life partner, Talia Shizano.
Who you met on the crossing.
Who I met in 2017. She took a different role this year. She crewed me across that ocean. And, I mean, without her telling me to breathe and to stay positive, I mean, it wouldn't have happened. So to my crew, thank you. I also want to give a shout out to my sponsors, James Brown Law, New Path Title, and Title Leap. I want to thank real quick my coach, Seychelle, who prepared me not only physically but mentally and emotionally as well for this, the 4th time crossing. Real quick to my mom, who's watching from home, my beautiful sister Erin, who's given me 3 awesome nephews who are watching, Brody, Chase, and Garrett. And last but not least, to my older sister Caitlin, who's my inspiration for everything that I do. And just so much love and gratitude for this event, for my family, for my crew, and thank you.
I want to thank you for the inspiration, Josh. You keep us going.
What some of you guys don't know, hold on, Talia and Josh, come back here for a second. Come back here for a second. So there's these sub-stories that happen in the crossing, like falling in love in the middle of the ocean. And this is testimony to a true love story that happened, in 2018? 17? Woo! Come to the crossing, you guys. You'll find a soulmate. True story.
We could do some dating fundraising for sure.
Dating on the crossing.
Don't forget what the #1 thing to do in the summer here in Palm Beach County. So, I mean, we all got to do
Crossing
it.
for CF. No, but you guys have been part of our family for a long time in so many ways. Talia, you've put blood, sweat, and tears literally into this event. What most of you don't know, but the majority of the video content that you have seen over the last several years is the creation and the birth and the creativity of this woman right here. She put so much into who we are, and we thank you. And I know you took a different position. We miss you this year, but it was so good to see your face and feel your spirit there with us. So thank you. Thank you.
It's an award-winning couple on both sides. It's amazing.
It is.
Like, incredible.
Talia's film Epic Love from 2018 not only came in second at the SUP film, there was second in one film festival, the PPG, but then took number one in the SUP Film Festival of the Year in Santa Cruz.
Yep.
In less than 1 year, you guys.
And you can find all of those videos on our Piper's Angels YouTube channel, which you're watching right now. And if you haven't yet, please click subscribe. Please click subscribe.
That little bell right up there on the right.
And so we are just going to take this special opportunity as a way of honoring and acknowledging the king and queen of the crossing of 2021. Come back up here, Casey Kiernan and Josh Lamphere. Hey, look at you guys. You're so cute with your crowns on. So I just have to say, honoring a king and a queen of the crossing, the time and the effort, the training it takes, and the commitment, and the pain you have to go through, the suffering you have to sometimes go through to get across that ocean is really it's a real thing. And this challenge is, to me, one of the toughest endurance challenges in the world because of the ocean. And so I would challenge anybody out there that if you have stepped foot on a board and you know what it's like to be on a board for 20 minutes in the ocean, let alone 13 hours, these two right here have showed more courage and daring and commitment than anybody we know. And it's our honor to acknowledge you for being the king and queen of the crossing.
And we talk about coming in first and competitive, but Ryan Burgess is trained with Josh, right?
That's right.
They weren't just competitors, they were brothers in the water, pushing each other, challenging each other, training each other. Casey and Ryan, training goes like 30 miles. We're just going to go out and paddle 30 miles for fun. Train. Casual. Yeah, I live on the water. I got messages, hey, are you home? Can you bring me down water? I look out my balcony and Ryan's like, they're in the water. Can you bring water down? It's a big family, you guys. The training that goes on behind the scenes is so amazing. When Casey came up on shore this year, after she finished the crossing, I looked over at her to give her a huge hug, and she just started crying. She's like, I wanted to wait for Ryan. I wanted to wait for Ryan. I was like, what? What? So not only did she just finish first, like first in total, she had been out there waiting for Ryan to catch up because there's this love between all of our paddlers to each other to support each other, to keep each other going. And I just thought it broke me in that moment. It was just so amazing. So I wanted to share the behind the scenes because it's not like your normal competition where you're like, yo, I'm first. We pull each other up. We lift each other up. We have each other's backs no matter what. And that's what this event also is about because we lift our CF family up. We lift each other up.
And to honor Casey's paddle and coming in first overall, provided by Dan at Coastal Roots Productions, we have a short highlight video we would like to show you right now.
I'm Casey Kiernan, and I paddled 80 miles from Bimini to Lake Worth, Florida for the Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis. Inspired by the stories of those affected by and battling against cystic fibrosis, I signed up for this endurance paddle event to help fundraise to support them and raise awareness for this terminal disease. I've only been stand-up paddleboarding for a year and a half, but as a 2-time world champion skimboarder and a lifelong athlete in various other sports, I've learned commitment, preparation, and dedication to training and to your goals will be your success story. This was an epic journey and incredible adventure with an unbelievable ending. I still am in shock that I am the competitive solo champion of the 2021 Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis.
And we're back. Hey, and while I have your attention, thank you all for tuning in out there. I want to give a quick shout out to all the sponsors and strategic partners that make this possible. We could not do it without you. I'm going to run through them real quick. We got Celsius Left Fit, Secor Island Lines, Vertex, Science of Possibility, Hensler Financial, Dixie Vodka, Margaritaville, Bowie, Express Public Adjusting, McKinney Geef Foundation, Ocean Magic Surf Shop, MedLab, Vinyas Sun, Justin in the house over there, Power Design, Vertical Bridge, Green Line Yachts, Yacht Sales International, and Atlas Tracks USA, Garden of Life, Four Ocean, D-Day, Garmin, Local, Hoorag, and Imperial Point. Ladies and gentlemen, without their cash money and support, we couldn't do this. So if you're out there wondering, how do they do this? How is this even possible? I got to tell you, I've been producing events for a long time, and this event is one of the most incredible events because of this lineup of amazing people, companies, and community that backs us. Because when we're in the corner of CF families fighting for them, they're in the corner of ours fighting for us. And that brings us all together and makes this possible. So thank you to our sponsors.
Awesome.
All right.
Hey, Travis, what's that gold pin on your shirt?
Well, what's that gold pin on yours?
Tati, what is that gold pin on your dress?
Oh, look at that. That's a cute gold pin. Look at it.
Paul, Ryan, what are those gold pins on your lapels? Sean, Josh, you have them too. What's up with this, you guys?
Well, this gold pin represents something symbolic and beautiful, which is our Guardian Angels Alliance. The Guardian Angels Alliance is an annual donor fund that was created to support the operational costs of the Piper's Angels Foundation. As you can imagine, as things like the crossing go from 4 paddlers and 2 boats and $15,000 in fundraising to 80 boats and hundreds of paddlers and hundreds of thousands of dollars in fundraising, we have things to do like pay for an office and hire people for capacity growth and to take care of the basic needs of being a grassroots organization. So what we're saying is we're inviting all of you. It could be as little as $5 a month. It could be all the way up to our Platinum Guardian Angel is $20,000 a year, and we have everybody in between. We invite you to consider making an annual commitment to be a part of this organization in a bigger way, help us grow into the world's most impactful grassroots organization for cystic fibrosis. So the Guardian Angels Alliance, you'll be seeing more about that, and it'll be coming down the line here soon.
Our goal is to get you guys to be able to fundraise for the crossing and be able to say 100% of the proceeds that you fundraise for go directly back into our program. So when you become a Guardian Angel, you help us accomplish that goal. So thank you very much.
Next up, I'd like to introduce, which we've had on before, our Director of Safety, Josh Ferris.
You!
How you guys doing? Once again, thank you very much. It's an honor to be here. This next award was created to honor those that are dedicated to serving our country and also serving our community. So much like our CF warriors fight for their breath every day and sometimes fight for their life every day, these guys fight for our freedom every day. So we felt the need to honor them in a way that seems fit. So first off, I would like to honor our military award to paddler E.J. Reynolds. E.J. Reynolds. Is E.J. here tonight?
EJ, and so you guys know while we're grabbing EJ, this goes to competitive athletes in the event who participate and complete the cross.
That complete the event, right? So E.J. Reynolds, just while he's on his way here, E.J. Reynolds was did 4 years in the United States Navy. Here he is. E.J., give a big round of applause for E.J. Reynolds. Congratulations.
There you go, sir.
Quick more introduction. E.J. did 4 years in the United States Navy. He was on a submarine crew as a sonar tech. So thank you for your service, and thank you for supporting our CF community.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Would you like to say anything?
Sure.
Quick thank you.
Hold it up.
Up to mouth, honey.
It's weird. It's a little awkward. No, I obviously want to thank everybody that's involved in this organization. It's absolutely amazing. I've been inspired since the day I met Travis and heard about his story. And our daughters are about the same age, and I mean, that kind of like melted me. I'm like, oh my God, like what he's doing for the CF community through his daughter is just absolutely inspirational and amazing. And I'm like, what can I do to be involved? So since day one, I've been all in, and I actually started kind of this thing. Jeremy kind of got me involved initially. And I said, whatever I could do to be involved, I'm all in. And I was going to do a relay team, a 4-person relay team, and then that relay team filled up. And then I was like, all right, well, you know what? I'm going to challenge myself and do a 2-person relay team. And then I had a guy back out. And I've had other people tell me, like, oh, I'll join you. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it on my own, figure it out. And finished Beach to Beach in 19 and had my daughter there at the landing. It was absolutely amazing. And I immediately signed up again to do it again in 2020. And unfortunately, because of world events and pandemic, that got messed up. And I was all in this year. And, you know, we finished Beach to Beach again. And give total credit to Jeremy. He was our captain this year. He paddled with me in 2019. And, you know, we just have brought on a good group of people and everything else. But I want to give a shout out to Will. I did on a social post, like, absolutely amazing. See, you ever finished Beach to Beach, like, you're an inspiration to so many people, and you should be so proud of yourself. And I remember in 2019, you were a little disappointed for not finishing, and man, you're absolute, when they say definition of a beast and a warrior, like, you are truly that, like, unbelievable. And I reached out to Casey on Monday when I found out that she finished first, and I saw John's post from Flying Fish, and I'm like, holy shit, like, she was in my same heat because we were kind of a mixed group of guys and girls, and she's like, I'm hunting Ryan down. I'm like, you'll get him. I'm like, you'll get him. And when I found out, like, I mean, she was waiting for him. Like, that's just the person that she is. She's absolute unbelievable. So I said, like, that's my daughter. Unfortunately, wasn't at the beach this year. She's at camp, so I'm picking her up this weekend. I'm driving 10 hours tomorrow to Asheville, and so thank God I've been doing cryotherapy and leg compression and all that, so I can actually sit in the car for 10 hours. But I said to Casey, I'm like, that's going to be one of the stories that I tell my daughter, like, girl dad, like, she's just amazing and absolutely an inspiration to so many people. So congratulations to you as well.
Thanks, brother.
AJ, thank you very much.
Thanks, dude.
So our next award is going to be our First Responder Award. This year, our First Responder Award, I'm excited to grant this award to Kayla Harper. And unfortunately, Kayla Harper couldn't be here tonight. She's back home in Virginia Beach. But Kayla Harper works for the Virginia Beach Fire Department. She's been a firefighter for 10 years now. She's a firefighter medic on the technical rescue team, hazmat team, and she's a first lieutenant with the Virginia Beach Life Saving Service, which is the equivalent to the Virginia Beach Lifeguard Service. So give it up for Kayla Harper. Congratulations.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you to all of our first responders in any way for all of your commitment and courage out there, helping save lives and keep people safe every day. Next up, we have a reminder about the auction items, which is Mr. Smolchek.
Hey everybody, thank you so much again. Just a reminder, we have a little bit of time left. If you want to do the live bid on the auction items, go into the comments section on our YouTube page. So if you are following along at home, you have seen the bidding come through already, and we've had some bidding going on in the room as well. You've got the Jimmy Buffett guitar in the back, signed, fins up, keep paddling out, and the David Scarola original print back here. Absolutely beautiful. I have that exact print actually in my house, so I know how beautiful that is. So, Olivia, what's the bidding on the guitar right now?
$2.9K.
$2,900 is the current bid on the guitar. Olivia, what is the bidding on the photo? $2,000 bidding on the picture. So you have a limited amount of time left. If you want to get in and you want to sneak in under the wire and steal that guitar from me, you're going to have to bid between now and the end. But I want to encourage you, $50 increments, please. Every bit of the money, these are items that were donated to the foundation. So 100% of what we get from the live auction item goes directly back to the foundation to empower what we do and support our mission of creating programs supporting the CF community. So thank you very much. You guys make this possible. Thank you. Keep watching the bidding, keep bidding, and we'll let you know shortly who the winner is.
Pass that to
I
Ayana.
have to jump in and say something.
Oh,
this is important.
I'm sorry.
So about this.
Who is this guy? Security.
Yeah, sorry. My father has bid the $2,000 on the picture, but he doesn't want the picture. So he's giving the picture back to the bidding process. So the $2,000 is going to the organization. The picture remains live for bidding. Olivia, you're supposed to be sharing this information. I'm glad that I peeked over her shoulder.
I hope.
So does this mean it starts back at 500 and we get to bring it back up?
No. It goes.
Second bid. The next, it's 1 point.
Let's just keep going. Come on, people.
Okay.
Beyond the 2,000.
And just to provide clarity, if you're wondering who this crazy guy is, this is David Scarola, and we are, if you're wondering, the venue here that's beautiful, all these spectacular images around us. If you haven't ever come by the David Scarola Gallery here in Palm Beach Gardens, it's an incredible place just to come stroll around and see all the amazing images that have been captured by this adventurer and by this father and by this amazing friend and by this amazing advocate and by this amazing artist for what he does and brings. So please stop by the David Scarola Gallery and check it out.
Thanks, Travis. One more thing about my photography is I'm the guy behind the camera in a lot of the pictures that you've been seeing. And I spent the day on Sunday. I spent the week with all of you in the Piper's Angels Foundation and Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis in Bimini, and I spent the day on Sunday on the beach. And never before in 10 years of photography have I spent the day with tears running down my cheeks with the camera in front of my face. I was just moved by what I witnessed. I know what goes in on a day-to-day basis with you and with you and with you, and I see the committee and the chair people and the paddlers, and I was moved, and I'm grateful to be a part of it. Like, absolutely happy and touched very deeply to be a part of it.
Are you sure it wasn't the sunscreen and the salt from being exposed for 15
I had
hours
face wipes.
across the day?
I had face
All
wipes.
right, all right.
Yeah, it was Ryan
we
Burgess, it
appreciate-
was Josh, it was
right.
it was Joe, it was of course Casey, it was all of you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, David.
The crazy guy's leaving now.
All right, now.
The address here to come see his artwork in person is 11438 U.S. Highway 1, Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, 33408. We are on the upper floor on the corner of Palm Beach Gardens, PGA and US 1. Please come see his work. It's moving, it's beautiful. He captures the essence of Mother Nature, the ocean, the water, his subjects like anything I've never seen it before. It's breathtaking and beautiful.
Yeah, and now we are moving on to some very special awards, and we are going to request that the folks coming up, if you're coming up to receive an award, please keep it short and concise because we're going to get through a lot of awards here. Now, for all of you out there tuning in, first of all, thank you for hanging in there with us, for enjoying this process. I hope you're having just as much fun at home as we're having here. Big shout out to Celsius in the house, our top sponsor this year, for fueling everybody in the crossing. Live fit, that's their deal, and that's definitely a mantra for the crossing every year. So thank you, Celsius. And so now these specialty awards that we're going to give out, the specialty awards are non-competitive, so we've completed the competitive awards for this year, and so this goes to people who captured our hearts in some form or fashion and helped behind the scenes to make this event possible, to help make what we do with our mission with Piper's Angels possible. So they're very, very, very special awards that are dear to our hearts. And we've got quite a few, so we're going to zip through them with giving them enough time and holding space to give them enough integrity to honor them, but while moving through them. And so the first one on the list, and I don't know if we have a representative in the house, but the first one on the list here is going to go to our Outstanding Sponsor Award, Yacht Sales International and Brewster Knott. Thank you so much for your fundraising, your commitment, the journey, the advocacy, and everything that you do to bring it together. And as Tatiana has said many times.
I would love to say it.
Say it.
If everyone could be like Brewster, if all my sponsors could be like Brewster Knott, then we would be golden. We wouldn't have to do any work because Brewster is the epitome of what you want a sponsor to be. Not only did he come as a paddler, he brought his team on board, he brought his company on board, and he is literally what we say when you say inspire every breath, bold in the face of fear. That was Brewster not. He literally brought everything into this event. He made it his own. In the last 2 years, we've gotten to know him, we've gotten to love him, and he has been an inspiration to us. He is what we do. We empower people to become advocates. That is what Brewster Knott has become. So Brewster, I love you. If everyone could be like you, Brewster, I would have not any work to do. I wouldn't have to do any work. So thank you, Brewster. No favoritism, but you know, Brewster did a good job.
Ocean Magic. All right, up next we have a very special award that is presented by one of our sponsors, Ocean Magic in Jupiter, Florida here. And this award was created with some brainstorming with the team at Ocean Magic. And it was really designed for the most inspirational paddler that we had in the event. And there was no doubt going into this event and award ceremony who that person was. If you know her story, follow her on Instagram. She's absolutely incredible and just a very, very, very special human who is really bringing so much to the world. And that award goes to Layla Crehan, who is...
She's here. She's in the next room.
She's here,
Oh my
but
gosh,
we're going to
guys,
go
this
grab
is
her.
super
Yeah! Layla Crehan!
Would you like to say anything?
All right. I just want to say thank you to all my sponsors for making this dream come true. And thanks to all of your love and support, I was able to have the courage to travel like miles away from Florida to Bimini, Bahamas to cross 80 miles. And I am really grateful to be a part of this. This has been a dream come true for me, and I'm really grateful.
Thank you, Layla. We love you.
Oh my gosh, we love you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful. I'm going to invite Ryan Burgess up here to present the next award. The next award is called the Force of Nature Award.
Man.
Yes, it is. Take it away, Ryan.
I tell you, it's a heck of an award because I was privileged to get this award last year. And it means a lot to me. And to pass down this award to this next paddler, I've had the opportunity to paddle with this person, train with them, and watch them grow over the past year and a half. This paddler is the definition of what the crossing is all about, a true advocate for the CF community. And this person, she is unstoppable, unforgivable, and the heart of a lion. She was the one that waited for me at the end of the pier. And Casey Kiernan, I love you, girl. Come on up and get the Force of Nature Award. I'm so happy to give this to you. You deserve it. I bow down. You are a beast. Oh. Sorry.
Thank you.
Go ahead. It's all yours.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Let me be your assistant.
Thank you.
I got you.
Yeah, since you did come in behind me, you should work for me.
Already started. You can't even give it a week. That's all right.
Oh my gosh. This means so much because Ryan, we've been through a lot in all of our paddles between talking about life and what life brings us and what this is all about. And you always reminded me to never forget my why and why I'm doing this, because of our CF Warriors and everything this stands for. And that's always been my driving force, and you've been the driving force behind that. So I thank you for all the times you've pushed me. And all the fun we've had jumping off bridges and doing stupid stuff.
Always an adventure, I gotta tell you.
So thank you all, everyone, for believing in me, because it was a big driving force too for me to finish this whole 80 miles. So thank you. Thank you all.
Beautiful. There you go. We'll take that back. Thank you both very much. These awards were born out of this event and born out of this community, and they're very near and dear to our heart. Again, we're going to try to keep this process flowing so we can get through these. So here we go.
Awesome. This one is my Bimini MVP award. I talked a little bit earlier about a core team, but there was one person in particular that stood out for me. Sometimes it's not always about how much weight you lift or how much you do. Sometimes it's just about being right by your side and saying, I see you. I got you. I'm right here, just to hold space and be there. This woman, from day one to the end, when stuff was hitting the fan, was by my side and kept me standing on my feet, was shoving food in my mouth, water down my mouth when I wasn't sleeping, and I was just going. I'd like to present this MVP award, Bimini MVP award, to Miss Teresa Burgess. Mama B! Mama B!
You are awesome. I just want to say thank you for letting me be a part of it. It was amazing. And you are amazing, Ayanna, and everybody that is a part of it is amazing. So thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of it.
No, thank you. Take your award, woman. Next up, I want to present the Dynamic Duo Award. I love seeing who got this because these people flew 2,700 miles just to spend some time with their niece at some work event she's doing, not knowing that they're going to be thrown on a boat in some rough waters and working in 100 and who knows what temperature and humidity in a shipping container, sweating, not sleeping, just like busting their butts. So the Dynamic Duo Award goes to my aunt and uncle, Fred and Colleen Sugarin, who are home in California watching live. I love you. I thank you. I feel so honored that you were part of this community and got to see who we are and be by our side and show up. Aho, and I love you. Aho.
Woo! All right, up next we have the Beach Landing MVP Award.
Yep.
And unfortunately, Jennifer, our director of the Beach Landing, could not be here tonight. However, these two this is not just one. This is the Beach Landing MVP, not the Bimini, Beach Landing MVP, and it's going to go to two people this year, okay? These two recipients, and this is from Jen, who's home. These two recipients lost their cousin last year to CF. They are very committed to being in service to the people with CF. They were recognized by Tom Fusigna, Gary Allen, and Jennifer as being extremely hardworking and helpful at the Beach Landing and did everything expected of them and more. The Beach Landing MVP goes to Kyle and Leslie Detzer.
So there's not much I can say except for, like, y'all are all amazing people, and I'm thankful to be here. And we love you, Nellie, and I can't say much.
We would like to thank Team Nellie Lynn and Jessica Sasser for crossing for her. Yeah, that's thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
It's hard not to get emotional.
All right. The next award is the Outstanding Volunteer Award. This goes to a gentleman who has come back to help Piper's Angels in the Crossing year after year. He's really well known in the community here in Palm Beach County. He's got a heart that's just made out of solid gold. He stepped up. He volunteered to take thousands of pictures this year during the event. He also showed up very early in the morning to help load and set up the event and stayed until the end of the evening, all the way up until dark. And the Outstanding Volunteer Award goes to the one and only Leonard Bryant, ladies and gentlemen.
He's not here tonight. Oh, we love you, Leonard. Thank you for your undying commitment and support of the foundation.
Very thankful.
The next award goes to a really inspirational, beautiful woman who could not be here tonight, but it is the Epic Love Award. And the Epic Love Award, it goes to Corinne Rottingen, who is a really amazing, just beautiful, bright soul here in this community. And she had a great idea this year, working with a friend of hers, to put together these beautiful clay hearts that had one of our mantras from Danielle, Smile with Grace. And they made hundreds of these clay hearts. They stayed up making them, writing on them. And then she came to Bimini, volunteered on the core team, worked it tirelessly, and then showed up to the beach launch, brought a beautiful blessing, and really brought in the community and brought in the spirit of the community and protection for us out there in the ocean, honoring the ocean. And so the Epic Love Award goes to Corinne Rottingen.
Woo!
All right, the next one we have, we've kind of coined this term, we use it around here a lot, but it's the rally factor. And the rally factor is about what makes a grassroots organization work, right? So, like, what is grassroots? What is a social movement? It takes an incredible amount of people that all individually take action. So without those people taking action, you don't have that movement. You don't have that rally. And this person rallied in a way that was just formidable. I mean, she just stepped up. Her fundraising, her training, you could feel her presence online. You could see her smile shining through at every single training event. She really brought it this year. And so this year, the Rally Factor Award goes to Romy Wallach.
Yeah! Romy!
I'm going to keep it short because you asked, and this is like the hardest part for me, but I feel really lucky that I got the call and I got a spot, because being a part of this has completely changed and transformed my life. You guys made it really easy to rally. Your enthusiasm got me excited, and then all I could do was share. I couldn't wait to tell people, and that's really like what the secret was, is that Ryan contacted me right away. I warned him I was extra. He said, don't worry, I'm more extra. And it was like, from there, it just took off. And this has been amazing. I love all of you. I love Rob. I love like everything about this organization. And I'm grateful to all of you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of it.
We are grateful for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And way to get out there.
My daughter, who sat on the boat and did all the things, by the way. I feel like I'm supposed to do a shout out to my family.
Thank you, Romy.
All right, and up next we have...
Oh, I'm excited for this.
Aha, yes.
Okay, the Most Creative Fundraiser Award. As you guys know, we are a peer-to-peer fundraising platform, so we need all the help and rallying we could get from our sponsors, from our paddlers, from our virtual paddlers, and this individual was incredibly creative, reached out on his own to these big organizations, big companies, got his own Yeti cooler, got a tattoo artist to actually draw on that Yeti cooler, did a raffle, called me constantly to tell me about his new updates, had a fundraising event at a restaurant that he almost was like, I can't do this, it's too late. And they were like, just show up. Literally, Rob Glassman, you are a rock star. Come over here and get your award, please.
And as he accepts this award, I would like to point out that he also paddled 79 miles across the ocean before getting a call to their captain that they had to move because of lightning. So within a mile of the beach, of completing the crossing, iron without having to get in the boat, he followed directions, which we appreciate because safety is our #1 priority, and he had to put his ego in the back seat, and he had to get in the boat, and the rest of his team had to get in the boat with him. And trust me, I know how difficult it is to have to paddle and put that much into this challenge and be so close and to not get there all on your own but have to get in the boat. And they still finished the full 80 miles. They actually went over 80 miles. And so, Rob, your commitment and what you did this year, I want to recognize not just for the creative fundraising, the energy that you brought, the love, but also to that 79 plus over 80 miles. Even though you got in the boat and you did what was right for the team, really. Thank you for that, and we honor you for it.
Thank you.
I may have lost my why for a little bit today because I was a little bit upset about the outcome on that. But why I was here was to raise awareness and raise money and do something epic. And for that, I am so thankful. And I'm thankful to the community who rallied around me and gave me the support and the training and showed me and welcomed me with love. I mean, Romy and I are talking about a team for next year because I want that beach-to-beach coin so bad. So we'll be here next year, and I have some great ideas for next year fundraising. I'm not going to tell anybody because I don't want anyone to know, but I do have some good ones.
And you've actually given us an idea on how to inspire greater participation by pulling people out 1 mile from the finish to challenge them to see what they're really made of, to come back and have to do it again.
Oh yeah, it's a trick. We're tricking you all. We want you to come back, so you're not allowed to accomplish it. Just kidding. We want you to.
No, I can't tell you. You know, if you had to get out at 40 or 50 or 60, I mean, no matter what you do in the ocean that day, it's all incredible. No matter how many miles, but to have to be pulled out of the water 1 mile to the finish is that's pretty heartbreaking in terms of shattering expectations. So. Thank you for coming tonight.
Kudos. So
right.
the next award goes to our top fundraising teams, and this is a very special category, you guys, because we have the Crossing Cares category, which is the Palm Beach Sheriff's Department was a part of for their PALS program, where we split 50-50 profit when you raise a certain amount of money. So they're amazing. The Palm Beach County Sheriff Department is one of our Shooting Stars groups that was a top fundraising team. Paddle Mules out of Miami was a huge asset. We are so thankful that you guys joined us this year. We hope to see you again. It was a crazy year. You guys did amazing. And then Yacht Sales International, we love you guys. Brewster Knott, you know who you are. We love you so much. We're so thankful to you. Listen, we love all our sponsors, but I'm telling you, talk to Brewster. Talk to Brewster, because he'll tell you. He raised over $18,000, and his goal is to get to 20. So, I mean, and these are people who were not able to complete the full 80. So we hope to see you back. We're so grateful to you. The Palm Beach County Sheriff Department's PALS program, the Paddle Mules team, and the Yacht Sales International team. We love you guys. You are our top fundraising team, and we are so appreciative of you.
Chelsea, I want to just touch on that real quick. A lot of people don't know or not aware that we have a nonprofit division category, and what that means is any nonprofit can enlist a team, whether you choose Ryan and Joe and anyone else to be part of your team, is up to you. But if you raise $10,000 or more, part of your team, Piper's Angels will donate 50% of the funds that you raise back to your organization. It's a turnkey fundraiser, you guys. Come in,
it's easy,
have fun, join us. It's worth it.
Love it. Thank you, Ayana.
And up next, we've got the Top Fundraising Individual Awards.
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
Presented by Tatiana.
Yes. Okay. Are you guys ready? These people are the backbone to our foundation. We are a peer-to-peer fundraising platform. That means that we rely on our paddlers to go out and tell people what they're doing. We need their support. Without them, we wouldn't be able to fundraise any money. We have our sponsors who cover the cost of the event, but we need our paddlers to be a part of that as well. So these individuals have gone above and beyond, and we are so grateful to them. So I need Romy Wallach to come up, Todd McLaughlin, and Joe McClung. Who's here? We got our girl here. Oh, yeah.
Do we have Todd McLaughlin here?
Todd is not here.
We are so grateful to
Joe
everyone.
is not here.
Joe and Todd, thank you, thank you,
Oh,
thank
he's
you
here.
from the bottom of our hearts. We have Romy here. This chick raised over how much? Tell us.
I'm at 11,000, I think 622.
Oh my God.
Like what? That's amazing. And that's just from sharing, from caring, and just putting it out there. So we challenge you to be like Romy, be like Todd, be like everyone else, be like, oh my gosh, Joe, and just help us, because without your help, you are the wind beneath our wings. We cannot do without you. So we really, really, honestly, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts, Romy, girl. I love you.
Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And to Todd McLaughlin, who's out there watching at home, Todd with Native Yoga, man, brother, you have put in the miles, the training, and somebody who really just inspires all of us in so many ways. So
He's
thank you for your love.
Bananas for the
Bananas
crossing.
for crossing.
Bananas for the crossing.
Yeah. All right, the next award is a very, very special award. As some of you may know, some of you may not, the Piper's Angels Foundation, we've got an incredible board of directors, but we also have some advisors to the board, like Jimmy Buffett. And an advisor is somebody who advises. They give advice. And they may not be at every board meeting. They may not show up to all the events. But they're like guardian angels because they're looking out for us. And they step up in innumerable ways behind the scenes, often not getting credit. And this year's award for the top advisor goes to a gentleman who has inspired millions of people around the world, has cleaned up millions of pounds of plastic from around the world, and stepped up to be an advisor to this foundation after getting involved in 2019. And he has committed his resources as a company, his time and energy and love as a family, and his amazing team of individuals who came together this year to participate and fundraise. So the Top Advisor Award for 2021 goes to the one and only Alex Schultz of 4Ocean.
Thanks, Phil. I'd love to just say one thing, guys. This event, meeting Trav and the team at Surf Expo a few years ago, and just learning about this event, and we're really wanting to get involved. The one thing I just want to call out to the team is don't be intimidated by this event. I literally was so intimidated by it. It was like, man, I don't think I could paddle. That's crazy. I don't think I have the time to do that. But you don't have to paddle to be a part of it. Being over in Bimini, it's unbelievable. How amazing this event is, and everybody's family, and everybody has a great time, and it's such a positive thing. So I really encourage anybody to get involved, whether you're just coming over to Bimini and being a part of it, being a support vessel. I mean, honestly, we were the rookies out there sending it on a recreational paddleboard and in a banana kayak. So I'm telling you, huge respect for everybody that's able to cross. But seriously, you guys, get involved, do anything you can. It's an amazing event. You guys have seriously started something amazing. So I'm so stoked to be a part of it.
Thank you, Alex. And it's wonderful to stand beside and be a part of collaborating in the community with organizations that have a mission. It's not always easy to have a big vision and mission. And there's a lot of dreamers out there who dream about having a mission and a vision. But Alex is one of those rare individuals who brought that mission and vision to life and is really a great example of the evolution of consciousness in our culture that is taking place. We talk about environmental stewardship, and we invite everybody to support 4Ocean in their mission and what they do to clean up these oceans, because as Guy Harvey said to us, you can't put a sick kid in a sick ocean. And man, is that true when it comes to cystic fibrosis, because this whole entire event was inspired by the healing benefits of the ocean. So thank you for what you do for Mother Earth and Mother Ocean. It's amazing. And thank you, Virginia, for being the sidekick that just battled through. Amazing. Thank you. All right. Up next, we have, there you go. Take it away.
So this one is really close to my heart. My mother was the director of the environmental ministry of our congregation in Los Angeles for 22 years. The environment is such a crucial piece to every one of our lives, not just our CF warriors. But the salt water of the ocean is proven scientifically that those who live on salt water, near the salt water, or participate in saltwater activities live longer. And that could not be true for our CF warriors. As the saline solution and their nebulizers to the ions in the air, it is so beneficial to their health and all of our health. So we started an environmental stewardship policy and a sustainability committee. And as a Piper's Angels employee, as a foundation, we are committed and dedicated every day to walk the walk and talk the talk and do what we need to do to protect Mother Earth and protect our oceans, i.e. why we're working with 4Oceans, i.e. why we're working with Guy Harvey Foundation. We've had one volunteer who's part of our core team who has embodied this passion with every soul of her body, even during COVID when it wasn't important, not that it wasn't important, that we were just trying to deal with keeping the foundation, alive. She was like, well, what about Crossing 2021 and sustainability? What can we do over there? We're like, we just need to make sure we can have an event over there with COVID happening, And she was the cheerleader, the backbone to everything that you saw this year with our sustainability and the beach cleanup and working with Waterkeepers Alliance. I would like to present the Environmental Stewardship Award to Miss Vanessa Callis.
Not to mention, she's a 4-time crossing crusader who has paddled and crewed in the crossing.
Yes. Thanks, guys. First, I want to say thank you to my partner and husband, Aldo, who could not be here tonight, but is definitely tuning in. And he, despite his fear of the ocean, agreed to paddle across it with me in 2019. I am eternally grateful, and he has already committed to participating again in 2022, so I will hold him to that. Yes. Big Aldo fans here.
We love him.
And secondly, I want to say, you've heard the story from Paul, you've heard the story from Ryan, you've heard the story from Josh and Talia. Like, this organization really brings in amazing people, folds them into a family, and helps them become the best version of themselves. I owe so much to this whole team, this whole family. I'm very passionate about the ocean, taking care of it. And when I approached Ayana and Travis and I was like, hey guys, can I form a sustainability committee? We're on the ocean, can we take care of it a little? And they were like, yes, do it, go. And they were just the wind beneath my wings. Obviously, I couldn't have done what we did this year without you guys and without 4Ocean. Thanks, guys. But yeah, so that's all I have to say, See you guys in 2022.
And I love that 4Ocean bracelet you got on there, representing. Awesome. All right.
Just so you know, for every, I'm gonna butcher this, but maybe not. But for every bracelet you buy from 4Oceans, they remove a pound of trash. That's big, you guys. Go to 4oceans.com and buy your bracelet. Help the cause. Or go pick up some trash on the beach.
Yeah, that's a good cause too. It's my way of meditating. The next award is our Social Media Rockstar Award. This individual has, you all know her by her Instagram handle. When I met her, I was like, wait, tell me your name because I know your Instagram handle. Because she was literally posting every day, constantly on point. She was amazing. And unfortunately, this year did not go as planned. And I hope and pray that we'll see her next year. I know it wasn't the result she wanted, but Shannon Lockhart is our Social Media Rockstar Award. We are so grateful to her. She has promoted us from the time she started training to now, and we hope to see her again in 2022. So Shannon, thank you so much. We love you. And a round of applause for Shannon, guys.
And the graphic said Rally Factor, but it was the Social Media Rockstar Award, just so you guys know.
Both,
just to be clear.
Technically.
And
right?
a big shout out to our Fins Up crew, Margaritaville, Landshark. Thank you guys so much for supporting. Margaritaville has been a multi-year sponsor, and Jimmy has come in big in terms of support on so many levels. So thank you eternally for everything that you have done for this organization. Another guy out there in the world, Jimmy Buffett, who advocates hugely for the ocean. So thank you. All right. Next up, we have a very special award. It's all about spirit. And what is spirit? Well, spirit could be defined as a lot of things. It could be defined as love, as energy, as spirituality, as nature, as cheerleading. There's a lot of ways to define spirit. But the Spirit of Aloha Award defines the spirit of a community. And what does community mean? It means unity. It means coming together. And so this year, we have a very special award for two individuals who came together and supported this event in many different ways, but very quietly worked behind the scenes, as Ayana can attest to, also brought their love and intention into this community to help our paddlers prepare and also to send them off of the beach in a very beautiful and sacred way. And so in honor of the community that they brought together and were a part of and supported along the way, the Spirit of Aloha Award goes to Lino and Katia Gomez. Come on down. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Take it away. Aloha.
Well, first of all, thank you so much. This was our first time as a volunteer, and as Travis said, when Spirit called, we are here to answer yes. And we are so honored to work as a volunteer, to support the paddler, to support the core team, to learn a lot for all of you. I love my wife, that she was also side by side with me and supporting everybody. This event, the Piper's Angel Foundation and the Crossing for CF definitely changed life of everybody. And I'm a different person after this event.
He said it all, but thank you guys. It's been truly a life-changing experience. And besides, I'm still tired. I haven't stopped talking about it. And I don't have my coin with me.
Oh.
But, Lino Gomez,
Oh.
do you accept the challenge of crossing from Bimini to Florida next year?
Yes. I officially accept the challenge to cross from Bimini to Florida 2022.
Wow. Well, and if you guys don't know, and there is a video on our Piper's Angels YouTube channel, which you haven't subscribed yet, please go subscribe, about our challenge coins and the history behind them and why we created them as a way of honoring the challenge that this crossing is. And for all of you out there who are watching, thank you for hanging in there. We know we're running a little bit long, but we really appreciate you sticking around all the way through the end here tonight and your support and love. If you haven't already, subscribe and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. It's a simple thing you can do to support the CF community and the grassroots organization that we are. But every single like and follow and dollar counts. So thank you.
That was just sad for me. That was my core team right there.
Yeah.
We're looking for a core team
Yeah.
in Bimini. If you're interested, let us know. 2022.
All right, the next awards, and we're getting to the end of the list here, so we're getting to the grand finale here as we end this amazing ceremony tonight. And thank you to everybody here inside who's been patiently waiting through and enduring
see the behind
and
the scenes,
supporting
you guys.
and
Big
being
fan
very
here.
quiet until there's eruptions of joy.
Thank you, Field of Greens, for the food. We appreciate it.
So the next awards are presented by the one and only, the Admiral of the Fleet, Mr. Sean Dunleavy.
Before this man talks, this man is one of the most crucial roles in our foundation, and he volunteers all his time. He's the Director of Ocean Logistics and Communications. He is the one that makes sure that you get there safe and you get home safe. He's the one that makes sure we have captains in our event, and the event couldn't happen to the captains. He's the one who makes sure that you have lodging, that you're registered, and I could not have done my job without this man, and that is 1,000% the truth, and I am so blessed and thankful for you. Words just don't do enough for what this man does for all of us.
Well, before we start with the awards that I get to talk to you about, which
I'm going to take as much time as I want. No, I'll go as quick as possible because there's a couple of things left to go. But seriously, this event can happen with a lot of things, but it doesn't happen without the captains. And they are the unsung heroes of this event because they lead our people safely through the night and during the day all the way 80 miles across an ocean, which is basically a desert, just a little wetter. So they really are, they're amazing people that step up. We recruit some of them come with teams, but it's always a bit of a challenge to make sure we have enough, but we always have enough because of the amazing people that make it possible. So the first award that I get to present tonight isn't directly associated with captains. Tony, here. Tony's my Vanna White for this next one for a few seconds here. So the first award is the Admiral's Award, which Travis gave to me the first year, which seemed kind of backwards because we should be giving things out to other people, but Paul Smolchek took it last year. The Admiral's Award is addressed and given to people that basically step up. They're a bit of a Swiss Army knife. They say, what can I do next? And Tony isn't just the Vanna White, he's also the Admiral Awards recipient this year. Because, so, to give some background on this, and I'll be quick about it, whoever your deity is that you pray to, mine made me wait a few minutes and sweat it out, and then he gave me Tony. And
Tony, we love you.
You know, you talk to people on the phone who are captains, and some stand out and some are okay, and everyone that does the event is incredible, without a doubt. But Tony gave great phone, as they say. And hearing him talk for just 5 minutes, I was like, I don't care if he has a rowboat. This guy's going to be a captain in this event one way or another. And he was an instant fit for our safety team. He wasn't just an amazing safety boat captain. In Bimini, he was the what can I do to help guy. And he did it all. He fixed engines. I think he put together stuff for the event. He did anything he could. He did not come for a vacation. He came to work, and we are all in your debt and gratitude for what you did for us this year. So thank you.
It's me that's in y'all's debt. For those of you that are kind of sitting out there that are thinking about being involved with this organization, I would say come in from the outside. I can't say enough about this group of people and this amazing event. I do want to say thank you to my wife, Patty, for, taking care of the logistics at home so that I could free up to do this, because this was an incredible event. These are a bunch of incredible people. It's an incredible cause, and I'm honored. Thank you.
Yeah!
That's right. Oh, yeah. Among other things, Tony was there for a lot of stuff that no one ever needs to know about, except that he made people's lives better every step of the way.
Everybody that went out came back.
That's right. That's always the goal. So, thank you, Tony.
Yeah.
All right. So next up, we have the Captain Wow Award. And the Captain Wow Award is for those captains that show up and they just bring that extra magic. This year we have two recipients. One, Augie Diaz, who is not here with us tonight, but hopefully is watching at home. He made, 2 or 3 runs between Bimini and Florida, making sure that staff members can make it to Bimini, making sure that paddlers can make it to Bimini. He showed up and he did everything he could, not only to get people there, but make sure they felt loved and had a great time and were safe. And for that, Augie, we are unbelievably grateful. In addition to Augie, we also have Captain Jim Brown. Jim, if you'll step up for a second. Jim. Hey, Sean. Thank you. So for those of you that haven't heard it already, Jim is a 4-time crossing captain. He has put in some miles. And every step of the way, he makes sure that his paddlers are safe and that they are loved after. And he is the embodiment of this award. And for that this year, we thank you always for your support, but especially now.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Jim.
First and foremost, I want to thank my wife, because without her, none of this could happen. I want to thank my first mate, Olin, who's been by my side every single trip. The guy is bulletproof. He bounces back every time, and there's never even been close to anything to mutiny on our ship. I want to thank my lifelong friend, Ralph Clemente, who introduced me to Travis. And that introduction was a life-changing introduction. Truly, you are an amazing dude. I knew it the first 2 seconds I met you on that paddle that morning. I said, this is an amazing guy. And I want to thank Steve Johnson, who encouraged me to stay with this thing, and we'll be back next year. And I've always told anybody about this event, as long as I have a breath in my body, and a boat, I will be captaining a paddler.
Thank you, Jim. All right, and last but not least, I'm getting to present my favorite award just because it has a great name, the Rear Admiral Award. So, a lot of captains have a great time at this event, and then some suffer just a little bit. For those captains that have a little bit of trouble leaving the dock and even making it to Bimini, the one that struggles the hardest usually gets this award. And this year, Rob King is the winner of this, recipient of this award. So Rob King was the captain for our medical director, Ray Vasquez, who went to, I believe, at least 3 different marine mechanics to get his boat operational and take it out of the inlet multiple times, finally successfully making his way to Bimini on Saturday, and then breaking down again on the way back. So good thing you got 3 engines, buddy, because you needed all of them. You are our Rear Admiral Award winner this year. Thank you. Hopefully you're watching at home, and thank you for your support. Oh, we do have one more. Sorry. Thank you. That's why there's a script. All right. So the last one is the Admiral's MVP Award. Some people just show up, and it's for those of you at home and those of you in this room that actually want to make a deep impact and see this thing grow and become better, which it has every year. It's because people show up and do something behind the scenes. They don't ask to be known about it, but tonight Giovanna Shaw is going to come up, and we're going to thank her. So just so you know, it took about 2 days of her working the phones and doing anything that we asked her to do to realize that she was super motivated, she was really good at it, and she got people's attention when she had to ask questions and get work done. And from there, she basically took care of all the captains this year, which took a lot of work off of my desk. So for someone who just killed it all year long, Gia, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And if any of you feel inspired after all of this to become a captain, a crew member, or a volunteer behind the scenes, it doesn't get better without people stepping up. So if you want a chance to do something really great and see this thing grow and become better every year, don't talk about it right now. Talk about it in the next couple months when things start ramping back up.
That's right.
Yeah.
Actually, I noticed that, Giovanna, you sure you don't want to say anything to the group? You ran away really quickly. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Giovanna's a little on the backroom side. She doesn't want a lot of the attention, but honestly was absolutely fantastic once we got to Bimini. So Jen Napolitano is not here. If you don't know, Jen Napolitano runs our beach landing. And one of the awards that Jen was going to give tonight is our Unsung Hero Award, which is really the individual that shows up every time we ask, and in many cases is the volunteer when we don't ask. We mention a task, and this is an individual that steps up and says, yeah, I got you covered, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter whether it's driving U-Hauls, unloading U-Hauls, loading U-Hauls, being at the beach landing, staying long hours past everyone else is gone. That's really what makes what we are doing successful. The opportunity for the paddlers to get out on the ocean is only made possible by the fact that we have an entire team of unbelievable volunteers that take care of all of the things that you don't see. When you're paddling across the ocean and you arrive at the beach and you have the blow-up structure to run underneath, and you have the tents lining the pier, and you have the sponsors lined up on the beach, there are people that make that happen, and Jen runs that team. And one of the members of Jen's team that we want to acknowledge tonight is Gary Allen as our unsung hero. Gary has not only become a personal friend that helped get my boat back in the water this year for the crossing by helping me with my trailer, but Jen's team has had Gary on it for multiple years at the beach landing, and Gary has always been that guy that steps up and runs the beach landing for us and helps Jen out with pushing volunteers wherever they need to go. So I don't really want to say anything else, but I really just want to say thank you as a friend and as an individual. Thank you for everything you do. So here. Thanks.
They promised me I wouldn't have to come up here. But here I am.
Speech.
None of this would be possible, and the organization is a great organization to be a part of. And with Jen doing all the behind-the-scenes adjustments to make the beach landing work, and being there to help her is my favorite thing to do. And also with Denise Timms organizing the volunteers, because without the volunteers, we couldn't put any of this in place. So, thank you.
Yeah! We love you, Gary. All right, we're getting to the very bitter end here, folks, or shall we call it the sweet end of this beautiful ceremony. We thank you all so much for tuning in. We love you with all of our hearts, and we couldn't do it without you out there.
What,
So
Travis?
remember, just...
I know it's going late, you guys, but what's the alternative? It could have been Sunday morning in the scorching heat on the beach, and you guys are all sitting in your homes on the couches with their cocktails in hand or here in AC, so I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, and we got a beautiful, big audience out there in the world, a big family in the CF
Yeah.
community, in the crossing community, and Piper's Angels family. We've got paddlers from all over the world who are tuning in tonight. We've got people all over that are advocating on behalf of our CF community. And in alignment with that, up next we have some very special awards that I am honored to present here with Ayana and Tatiana for our CF Warrior Awards. And the CF Warrior Awards for the crossing go to those CF Warriors who paddled in the crossing. And each year we have some very courageous warriors that show up. And you know, if you don't know much about cystic fibrosis out there, please, you know, inquire, right? A lot of people, when they hear cystic fibrosis, they don't know much about it. They don't ask because it's kind of a weird name. And, you know, if you don't know, you don't ask. But we want you to know that, you know, this is something that it affects 30,000 people in the United States, which is really not a big population of people. And so when you think about that community, it is a community that we can wrap our arms around. And that community, when you really think about it, it's considerable in terms of how many people are impacted by the life of one person with cystic fibrosis. Those families and friends, the teachers, guidance counselors, the nurses, the doctors, who are all affected by the journey of somebody with CF, the battles that they face along the way. And that's why they're called warriors. And tonight we honor them. CF is the #1 genetic killer of people in the United States, if you did not know. And there's over 2,000 genetic variations of CF. And so there's a lot of effort out there that is tremendous for raising money for a cure. And so what we like to say is, while that hard work is going on, led by the incredible Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, there are many regional grassroots nonprofits and organizations like ours that are sweeping in to help support the families along the way with what they do day in and day out, and the struggles that they have with the insurmountable, sometimes, challenges they face financially, emotionally, psychologically, to keep their families going and strong, and we're in their corners. That's why we say we're CF families fighting for CF families. So if you want to learn more, you can go to pipersangels.org, or please come by our office, pick up the phone and call. Whatever it is, we're here. That's our #1 job. That's what we get paid to do, is to advocate, and we love doing it because we believe in these CF warriors so much. So in saying that, our first CF Warrior Award this year goes to a very special young woman who has battled much throughout her life. She had an incredible team around her, which I'm sure she'll touch on, and you can follow her journey on Instagram. She does great documenting everything, and that CF Warrior Award goes to Star Picklesmer.
Yes.
No, Star could not be here, but she is here in spirit. And Star, we know you're out there watching, and to your captain and crew, to everybody who rallied around you to make this journey possible. We've seen some beautiful writing and posts online and on Facebook, and I invite each and every one of you and everybody out there to follow her journey and support her. And she said she's coming back for the 2022 crossing. Terry Weaver, her captain this year. One of the best crossing captains that we've ever witnessed, for sure. All right, up next is a very special CF warrior that I get to call up here and introduce because she's my sister. And many people don't know this about my family and our journey with cystic fibrosis, but oddly enough, Piper, my daughter, who was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis at 4 years of age, was diagnosed the same year my sister Leanne was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis later in life at 40 years of age. And again, cystic fibrosis is a very complicated disease. My sister Leanne comes from my dad's first marriage, and so she has a different genetic line that Piper had, yet we all share the same genes in common. And so she has a different genetic variation of CF than Piper, but nonetheless, she has battled through much in her life, and I am honored to be here. She has always been a wonderful guiding light in my life and an inspiration, and I could not be more proud of her for paddling this year, which is a tremendous feat. And if you knew the health challenges she's been through in her life, which she's very humble about and doesn't talk about, you would know how incredible it is that she even stepped off that beach in the dark at midnight leaving Bimini. So Leanne, I am so honored to be standing here with you to honor you with a CF Warrior Award.
Oh my goodness. I'm not sure. I'm just here to be here for my brother. He totally put me on the spot. So I'm in end-stage CF wasting, and it's so much more. What's on the inside is not what you see on the outside. And I wouldn't be alive today if it wasn't for Mary Weiss and all the people decades ago that stepped up to give, ask, and put forth all the effort to find therapies and medications and all the things that it takes to give us longevity. And when I got diagnosed, I made an active decision that everything I did for the rest of my life would be based on longevity. Mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially, everything that I did had to have the component of longevity. And on the front of my board, I put a Sanskrit sticker of breathe, the first action we take when we're born and the last action we take when we leave this planet. So I cannot thank everybody enough for everything. Anybody that comes to the table with anything that they put into this has greater value than anything else you can imagine. And in the end, above everything else, we are strengthened by love and love alone. And my cystic fibrosis has given me the greatest gift and blessing in life of realization that this community of people, my brother, my niece, my family, the value of life, living, and breathing, there's nothing greater than that. I love every one of you for everything you've ever done. My whole heart and oceans of love, every one of you. Thank you so much.
Woo! All right. Up next, the next CF Warrior Award goes to an incredible woman who we've got to meet recently over the last few years through the Piper's Angels Foundation. She has an amazing story of the battles that she went through with CF and having moved her family all the way from Texas to Florida because of the incredible connection of the ocean and the benefits of the salt air and the salt water to her health. If you don't know, there are thousands of families across the country who have moved to Florida for those benefits. And that's what inspires one of our programs, our Forever Stoked scholarships, that we provide scholarships to people with CF, children with CF, for surf camps, for instruction, for equipment, for gear, for sponsorship into the crossing and participation to empower them on that salt journey. And Jackie Miller is one of those people. And Jackie Miller receives the CF Warrior Award. No, Jackie could not be here, but she's out there watching. And Jackie, we love you so much. She's with her family tonight. She has rallied her family, her friends to support her on this journey. She's a two-time Crossing Crusader, and we can't thank you enough for everything that you've done, including those calls when I'm like, oh my gosh, we're out of sodium chloride for Piper, and I got to run over to Jackie's house and grab some, and vice versa, and those moments in the CF community that you always remember for those people. So thank you, Jackie, for everything.
Okay, next up, this is really, really special to me, everybody. I am a two-time paddler. This is my first time working with Piper's Angels behind the scenes. I'm going to get emotional because this is a big deal. My team My team is called Memers Angels. We are named after my sister-in-law, Megan Timms, who is a CF warrior. That girl has gone through trials and tribulations, and I love my Timms right here. I love you guys so much, and Megan has gone through so much. So when we decided to sign up in 2019, I was a volunteer. My husband, Sean, was a volunteer, and our family got involved. Denise Timms, who you've heard about before, is a huge advocate in the CF community. She is a CF mom. Chris Timms is a CF dad, and they have been CF parents for over 26 years now because of Megan Timms, who is doing extremely well right now. We are so thankful. So I am honored to bring up my teammate, who is the first person ever to paddle beach to beach from Bimini to Florida, who is a CF warrior. His name is Wolf Schulter, and we are so excited to bring him up. Listen, you guys, we started this. We had a relay team. We had Will attempting the full 80. In 2019, Will tried, and unfortunately, we just weren't able to as a team. This year, our goal and our mission was to support Will in any way we could, which means that our relay team, we took our board up, we disqualified ourselves so that Will could focus and that Will could be the first person with cystic fibrosis to go beach to beach, and he did it. He freaking did it.
Thanks everybody for being here, and Tati and everyone for all the kind words so far. It's been an incredible journey since I first signed up for the crossing at 19. Like Tatiana said, we ran into some challenges and had to call that one short and head into the beach. This year, I knew coming back that I really only could give myself one option, and that was to finish the crossing. I couldn't have done it without my team Memers Angels, which is Tatiana and Sean Timms, Allie and Nancy, our captain Sean Pascitti and his son Michael.
Captain Buddy?
I need to give a special thank you to my family, my parents Jim and Juliet, who have been CF parents for 31 years now. My sister Julia, who is 29, also has cystic fibrosis, and my older brother James, who has been there for us every step of the way, hanging out with us while we do our treatments, accompanying us to appointments as kids, and just being there in every way possible. And in particular, my mom, who's here right now, Juliet, when we were diagnosed shortly after, she decided not only to be the best CF parent that she could be, but that she would commit her life to patient advocacy, and became a pioneer in the field of family-centered care and patient-centered care. Which I can't thank her enough for, but anybody who steps foot in a children's hospital, CF or anything else, you know, owes a debt of gratitude to those people who look out for the patients and the families like that. I'm not good at this kind of stuff. I also want to thank Travis for your vision, everybody who's involved in the crossing, the board of directors, all the volunteers, all the donors. Sometimes life with cystic fibrosis can leave you focusing on some of the limitations, and out there in that ocean, I learned it's the opposite. We have unlimited potential. We can do anything we want as soon as we decide and commit to do it, as soon as we put ourselves around the right people, the right teams, the right families. I can't thank the whole crossing community enough. In addition to that, the Timms family, who, since I first signed up for the crossing, have become like a second family to me, and have welcomed me in, and we've shared our experiences together. My girlfriend, Julia, her boys, Leon and Zion, who always have my back every step of the way. I just can't say enough about this community, and I look forward to coming back next year and paddling again.
In the 1970s, the average lifespan for people with CF was under 5 years old. And now people with CF are paddling across the ocean 80 miles. So if you ever wonder what your energy, your money, and support goes to when you're out there, whatever that rare disease is, whatever that diagnosis is, please always consider that you may not always see the end result. You may not always see the impact. There are people who paved the way, CF warriors who were part of clinical trials that never made it to today. Our 2 CF warriors we honored today, Danielle and Jack, did not make it to see this day, but they were part of what makes today possible. And so are you. And so is each and every one of you who has been a part of this journey with the cystic fibrosis community since the discovery of what CF was all the way up until now, and to the future of CF as we continue to evolve and change. And with a grassroots organization like Piper's Angels Foundation, that is our ability. That is what makes us unique, is the ability to change with the community. So we're always going to support Hope for a Cure, but we're always going to fight for hope for today. And when you help people live longer, you got to step in and you got to help them live stronger. And those 2 statements are born out of the relationship of people to this disease and the community of people that they represent. And you are a part of that fabric and part of that community. And to honor the next CF warrior, who is one of the most inspiring people alive with cystic fibrosis, and to honor his journey, Scott Johnson of North Carolina was the first person with cystic fibrosis to complete an Ironman after having a double lung transplant. This year he joined us in the crossing with his wife Leanne and his friend Scott, and as a part of that, we were celebrating his 20th year anniversary with his lungs, which is incredibly rare in the CF community or in the transplant community altogether. I've had the honor and the privilege to get to know Scott over the last couple years, and Scott is one of the funniest, most humbling guys you could be around. What he's accomplished physically is unbelievable. I would invite you to Google his name to follow his journey. And he inspired us so much that we decided, through the direction of Michaela Wheeler of MGW Productions and her team with Kevin and Mike, to bring together a short film documentary called Double or Nothing. And you can see a poster for the film there. That's Scott paddling in that picture. And the Double or Nothing was a play on the words of, the fact that people in the CF community, as Scott says, and you'll hear in this documentary when it comes out, one of their best options for survival is a double lung transplant. That's not necessarily the best way to survive. And a lot of people like Claire Wineland, who is one of the most inspirational advocates and figures in the CF community, she never made it with her lung transplant off the operating table. And her passing was a huge shock to the CF community. So transplant is not a solution. It's an extension. And for many, that extension doesn't go more than 5 years. Sometimes it can go further. So for what Scott has lived through, what he brings to the table for humanity, for the CF community, for all of us who get to learn from the wisdom these CF warriors have gained along the way, and for the inspiration that they provide to younger people with CF. There's only a handful of Leannes, there's only a handful of Scotts out there in the world that are even at that age with CF, that they don't have mentors, they don't have peers, because there's nobody older than them living with this disease. And imagine that, right? So Scott's story is one that we are excited to bring to the world in a very powerful way, and we're very excited to share it. And we had a great journey this year with the crossing, but we had a tough one. It was not what we expected. The conditions were rough. We had 2 relay teams that battled for 13 miles, but 5 out of the 8 people were seasick, and it was It was a really harrowing journey, to say the least, but at the end of the day, when I talked to Scott today, he said it best, that the crossing is not about running across the finish line. The crossing is about facing adversity, like our CF Warriors do every single day, and doing the best that we can. Because circumstances change. My dad always uses a quote from Lonesome Dove, that life is short, and it's shorter for some than others. And I'll never forget when Piper was diagnosed, sitting with the idea of a terminal disease and thinking, what a cosmic joke. We're all born terminal. So, yes, these people might have a timeline that they're given, which many surpass and blow out of the water. And Scott's one of those people. He should not be here today. And man, am I honored. And we have a very special gift for this CF Warrior Award for Scott Johnson today, who's in North Carolina tuning in right now. And Mr. Scott Johnson, my goodness, my friend, you are one of the most incredible human beings I will ever be honored to know. And I'm so grateful for you. We've got a very special gift that's somewhere that Scott told us in our interview with him in North Carolina. He said, there's a couple things that got him through those really dark days in the hospital. One of them was Dawson's Creek.
Well, because it was recorded.
Because he was watching it and it was recorded in his hometown. And the other was actually, believe it or not, we didn't know this until we were interviewing him, it was Jimmy Buffett. And he said those songs that Jimmy sings about the beach where Scott's from, and the fact that the first time I met Scott, he said the ocean saved his life. Scott's relationship to the ocean is very powerful. And for you, Scott, sitting at home right now, I'm sorry I didn't get to give you this in person, but Jimmy wanted you to know he's proud of you. So to Scott, keep paddling out and fins up from Jimmy Buffett. We honor you, we love you, we cherish everything you're bringing to the world, brother.
Love you, Scott.
Scott's there on the other side of the screen going,
Yeah, he had a CD in his car. It was not planned, and literally we were up there, and he showed us the CD of Jimmy Buffett and told us how Jimmy got him through his hardest times. So
every
that
single
is not
day.
script. That is a legit thing, and we are super excited to give him this guitar. So hey, Scott, you got a guitar signed by Jimmy. Congrats.
And so we're wrapping it up tonight. We appreciate everybody tuning in. But before we go, we have some very special things to say. First of all, to Dan and Kevin, everybody here with the Legal Graphics Works teams helping produce this online award ceremony behind the show. Thank you. First ever live online award ceremony. We could not have done it without you. What a production. I know those of you at home are seeing it, feeling it, and I know everybody here who's a part of it has really enjoyed tonight. It's been entertaining, it's been fun, it's been emotional, and wow, we wrap it up, the Crossing 2021, and what I can say is that I never anticipated the Crossing turning into this. When we finished it in 2013, I actually took the idea to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and I said, guys, I think this could be bigger. I think relay teams could probably try to do it. I don't know, but it's the type of event that's kind of outside the boundaries of red tape. And so, taking this on, paddling across the ocean, there's an inherent risk. Paddling is inherently slow and safe, but it's a big undertaking. And so, for everybody out there who is sitting at home, wondering whether or not you could do this, what I would tell you is that over the years, I've had a lot of people say, man, I would love to do the Crossing. But not everybody does it. And I can always tell when I meet somebody, because there's always that spark. And you can see it in their eyes when they really want it. You can see it, that this idea, they can see themselves paddling across the ocean. And many people come into this event, coming in, wanting to accept the challenge, and leaving with a tremendous value, an intrinsic value of what they've been a part of this community and the impact they've made. So if you're sitting at home and you're wondering, man, this is all kind of crazy, but I think I could do this, I'm here to tell you now, you absolutely can do it. We've had paddlers who were in their 50s and 60s. We've had paddlers who were in their in their teenage years. We've had every spectrum of paddler in this event, and we invite you all to consider that it's really not about the paddling. It's about so much more than that. And this invitation is a very sincere one for all of you out there, whether you want to be a captain, crew, a volunteer, or whatever you do to get involved. We truly appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. And we really mean it when we say we want to inspire every breath. Because if anything, our job is to relay the wisdom and the nectar that we draw out of these CF warriors and learn from their path. And it's to share it. It's to share it because life is short and it's shorter for some than others, and we're here to have a good time, but we're here to also support each other to make sure each other know that the love is in their corner. So I would like to invite up the leadership team at this time. Everybody who started this event together, we're going to finish this event together. And yep, come on up, everybody.
And then sponsors, and then sponsors.
We have a few
please.
things because I still have to give the award to Kyle. Can I do that real quick?
Take it away.
All right. Hey guys,
Kyle,
we're gonna.
Who's Kyle? That's weird. Who's that? Who's the person we spent a lot of time in Bimini with? Who is a title sponsor? Who's that?
I know. Hey guys, we want to close out a few things. We have a few minutes left on the auction items. We have a few last-minute bids. People trying to sneak in and steal the auction item. But I do want to jump in real quick. Can you grab the pink bag out from underneath there? So I don't know if you guys know, our title sponsor was Celsius. Maybe. All right. So Celsius's VP of Marketing jumped in Friday, honestly, with both feet. Showing up at the island, we grabbed her in the Celsius boat from the ferry dock, and she immediately jumped into every single bit of the chaos that represents...
I think we forced her a little bit.
I think we forced her into the chaos of every single thing that represents not only Piper's Angels, but also the crossing. She was immediately grabbed, shuttled over to Bimini Cove, thrown into a room, and then said, we'll pick you up in 45 minutes. We're going to shuttle you back to Bimini Big Game for the buffet. And then we threw her on her shuttle back to Bimini Cove. That was Friday. Saturday was just as hectic. So without having her own boat, she did everything she could possibly do to not imposition us. She was so worried about us having to ferry her around. She's like, no, I'll take a taxi. No, I'll grab a golf cart. No, I'll take a ferry from North Island to South Island. So our That a Girl award this year goes to the VP of Marketing from Celsius, Kyle Watson. Big, huge. Who was so determined to make the beach launch that she caught a shuttle from the North Island to the South Island at 11 p.m. when the shuttles don't actually run and there was no taxi service. So at midnight, I ran a golf cart up to the north end of South Bimini Island to the ferry dock and picked her up where she was hiding in the ferry to make sure that she could get picked up safely. And we made it back with 3 minutes to spare to catch the initial beach launch for the 2021 crossing. And if that wasn't enough, we told her she could do this and that I would transport her safely back from Bimini to Florida the following morning because she was going to catch a ferry. So she jumped on my boat and endured 4 to 6 foot seas at 35 miles an hour so that we could catch up to the paddlers so that David Scarola, who's sitting here, could get content and photographs of the paddlers.
She is a rock star, guys. She didn't have to do this at all. She could have sat in her office and just watched it from afar, but this chick dove straight in. And I'm telling you, not just her, but the whole Celsius team. So
yeah, and at one point we looked back and she was holding on to the seat and the side gunnel just with her head down. I can't necessarily say that she was in tears, but she was worried that the boat was going to sink.
She's fine. Everyone was fine.
So
it's all good. It's all good.
So we have a That a Girl award for Kyle, and we have several things to give her here. First of which is a Wanderer bracelet, which is a paddleboard bracelet for thanking you for enduring us and our craziness for the weekend. one of the other things we want to give to you is a set of shark swimmies that will help you on your next crossing in the event that we don't make it beach to beach.
Next time you're on Paul's boat,
The next time you're on Paul's boat.
The Celsius boat,
And
you won't
then
miss it.
The true award for you is a Morphibians. This is a car and boat remote control so that you could plan your next crossing on your own. You could go beach to beach and then drive right up onto the beach landing without having to worry about whether the boat makes it from shore to shore. So we want to award this to you, and ultimately we want to thank you, because I think that as we crossed the ocean, Sean Dunleavy summed it up best. As we were approaching one of the crews, and you got to see what they were enduring as they were crossing the ocean paddling. This is what you're supporting. This is what you guys are allowing to happen. This is what you promote by being our partner. This is what you allow us to do by empowering this community. So we just wanted to say thank you. All jokes aside, we wanted to say thank you for enduring with us, not only as a foundation, but also for this crossing event. You endured 5 hours of 4 to 6 foot seas, of beating your way across the ocean to the point that you didn't even have time to put a rain jacket on. Thank you very much for trusting us. Thank you for supporting us, and thank you for being our partner.
We love you, Kyle. Thank you, Celsius. Is this a good time to shout out my sponsors?
Yeah,
because they're amazing. All right, hold the sign, Travis, because we have a lot to go through. We have Celsius, Vertex Pharmaceuticals, Secor Island Lines, we have Dixie Vodka, Margaritaville, Hanser, Booty Hydration, Express Public Adjusting, McKinney Guide Foundation, MedLab, Ocean Magic, Power Design, Vertical Bridge, Vinyasa in the house, Yacht Sales International, and then we have our strategic partners, Atlas Tracks, Garden of Life, 4Ocean, D-Day, Imperial Point, who made our shirts, Hoorag, who made the awesome neck buffs, Local, who was there in person, and Garmin, who kept us safe. We love you all so much. Thank you for support. There's so many others we cannot even name at this point. We just want to thank you all for your support, and without you, none of this would be possible. So a round of applause to everybody involved. Thank you.
Okay, we know that we're running over. That is no surprise for this group of people at all. If you have stuck with us till the end, we want to say thank you. There's going to be some people that come up and comment, but because I'm in charge of the auction, I'm going to go ahead and round it out right now. On the Jimmy Buffett guitar, we have had a high bid that came in from DJ Barker.
DJ, Hensler Financial, sponsor and paddler, two-time paddler, Crossing
paddler,
Crusader.
Sponsor, DJ Barker, $4,000 on the Jimmy Buffett guitar. Honestly, we can't thank you enough.
How can you be more supportive? I mean,
know.
come on.
I know.
He had the worst. He had
DJ
the worst
Barker.
year.
DJ.
The worst year this year, and he's still bidding.
yours,
Oh
man.
my gosh.
All yours.
Love him.
Okay, and on the David Scarola original print, Jack Scarola came in, $2,000 donation, but he's actually donating it back to the foundation, and he wants the next highest bidder to actually be awarded this beautiful print, Sea Grapes at Dawn, which goes... Sea Grapes at Sunrise. Sorry, dawn, sunrise. Isn't it kind of the same thing, David? No. Sea Grapes at Sunrise. And again, I have that exact picture in my house. Drew Hanley at $1,600. You are the top bidder. We cannot thank you enough. This beautiful one-of-one original from David Scarola is going in your house. 100% of what you guys have donated goes directly back to the foundation. We cannot thank you enough. Thank you.
Drew Hanley is a CF warrior himself.
Woo!
Thank you for tuning in and making that commitment. With that, let's see, that's 2 and 4, 6 is like 7 and 8. And so I believe in some form or fashion that tonight plus the offline donations that we have brings our total fundraising for the crossing, which when I left this morning, I think it was at $625. Maybe somebody can check online and see where we're at right now, but that brings our total fundraising probably up close to $640,000.
So in 2019, we were 669.
Yeah, and And so you guys know, this was a bounce back year from COVID. We only had 140 paddlers this year, which is tremendous. But we had 209 paddlers in 2019, and we raised around 670,000. So this year's event and this year's paddlers, being about 35% down on participation, nearly met the paddling and the fundraising support that we had from 2019, which is absolutely incredible.
And we have until the end of July.
And don't forget, if you're fundraising out there, the fundraising window is still open till the end of July, until July 31st.
July 31st, everyone, so you can keep going. Crossing cycle is August 1st to July 31st. For those of you who are considering registering for 2022, you get to start August 1st, y'all.
So the crossing registration will be opening soon. Keep an eye out. And what I have to say this year about registration, I really hope that the event registration for this event, because we can really only take probably 200 paddlers. We're limited by the number of beds and the lodging and the boat slips in Bimini. But what I'd like to say is I hope every year the crossing is people want to get out there and do it so bad as a challenge that I hope it fills up every year like a Garth Brooks concert in the 1990s. So I hope it goes open and closes, because that gives us more time to plan for everybody, including captains, crews, t-shirts, everything that we have to do to put it in. So
yeah,
we love you guys.
I love y'all. Any last message?
Anybody have any final calls to action? Anything they want to throw out there?
We're trying. Listen, I know. I have words. All I know is that I'm trying to beat the last year fundraising. So we were at 669 for 2019, and we're at 625, a little bit over, for 2021, and we have until the end of July 1st. So if we can beat 2019, you guys are setting us up for success. So we just want to thank you. We appreciate you. Anyone who's, promoted us and volunteered and fundraised, we appreciate it.
Any last comments before we
send it off?
I got you.
Yes, Sean, come on up.
Come on, Captain.
So all the paddlers and captains get the recognition. We actually had our first successful virtual paddler this year, and it was one of our sponsors. So Howie Gieb actually,
Seakeepers!
Team Seakeepers.
International Seakeeper Society.
I'm just giving a quick shout out because the day before the crossing, we were in Bimini getting ready for the beach launch, and he sent me an email saying that he had just paddled 50 miles as a virtual paddler. He actually went out and paddled it. He had a vessel he couldn't take to Bimini, but he still supported us by actually doing the event and also fundraising for the event.
And he was at the beach landing.
And he was at the beach landing. Yeah. And for those of you that are talking to us tonight about how much you want to do this event and help out next year, keep up that fire and that passion, and then actually show up with something you are passionate about, and then make that change. Because you keep asking, what can we do to help? And it's what you want to do to help. Because if we give you an assignment, you might be okay with it. But if you come up with something that you think will make this better, that's something you're going to dig into and actually make this event better, and that's the only way it gets better.
We appreciate you all. Thank you so much.
So what some of you may not know, there is a category division called Virtual Paddler, and this is what Sean Dunleavy is talking about. And that's for all your friends, family, or the paddler wishes he could be in Bimini, wishes he can be in the Bahamas, but can't make it for whatever reason, logistics. You can be a virtual paddler. We call it a horse in the race, y'all. So when you're online, you're gambling, and you're watching that horse in the race, that's what it is. So you can pick a team. You can sign up as a virtual paddler and get behind any team in the crossing, and you can fundraise. And we have prizes for the people who fundraise the most as a virtual paddler behind another team. You can even start your own team. So say like you work for, let's say,
Garden of Life.
Garden of Life, and you can't paddle, but you can be a virtual paddler, right? So you can rally your whole company, you can rally your team, your friends, your family, and they can get behind you and they can fundraise for you to be a virtual paddler in the race. And we've done this for a couple years, but it hasn't really caught on. People don't really know about it.
I have a virtual paddler in my team, Matt Packey.
Yeah. We're letting y'all know now. Virtual paddler. For all my family and friends in Cali, my Cali people, you better sign up next year as virtual paddlers.
No excuses, guys. No excuses.
But it's a beautiful way to participate when you can't make it there.
And in no way were we promoting gambling on any of the paddlers in the crossing. But my money is on Casey, Kiernan, and Josh. All right, so we're landing the plane here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Thank you so much. We invite you to participate in the Guardian Angels Alliance. And here's the deal, right? We have a mission in the CF community, but that mission is following in the wake of our vision. The mission is how we execute day to day, but the vision is to become the most impactful grassroots organization in the world for cystic fibrosis. And we are very much on our way thanks to your help. So thank you for being a part of our mission. Thank you for being a part of our community. Thank you for supporting our CF warriors, our CF families, including mine. And from me, as Piper's dad, thank you for being one of Piper's angels, because she means everything to me. And trust me when I say that we feel the love and that she knows you're out there supporting her and loving her along the way. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
Wings
up!
As Jimmy Buffett says, and my mom used to say, always keep your wings up. We now say,
wings up.
Wings up, baby.
Family, wings up.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Thank you.